Oh my God. They found me. I don't know how, but they found me. Run for it, Marty!
Hey YouTube, good evening, good morning, whatever it is, wherever you're at. I hope it's a good one. Welcome to the stream tonight. As always, we've got Casey with us tonight.
Hey everybody, good evening.
And we are going to get in to some stuff right away. We got a lot planned as usual. Let's say big shout out to 8-Bit. Off-grid everything is here.
Guys.
Double A and McFlies and Master Roshi FPV is with us. Thank you guys for joining us. I'll put your pretty faces up in the content. Well, if I can get it working.
Good evening, everybody. It's good to have you all back again.
We got our typical space aliens from 8-Bit.
Hey.
And off grid, he's with us saying, "Hey yo," that's hello and Canadian for those of you wondering. I have learned that. And Double A is with us saying hi to everybody.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Howdy, 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 howdy.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Flies here and Master Roshi FPV. What's up, FPV family? What's up? Hydro 69 FPV. We got. All right, we got yo.
yo.
We got some people here already. Tonight, want to. Yes, we do.
We need to talk about this,
Master
too.
Roshi, we have a Discord. There should be a link up here in the description to the Discord to throw. Yeah, it's at 6:20. I'll see if I can post it again. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. No. This is something else. I'll go ahead and post this too. You'll see about this later. But
and here's the stream links if you want to come join us. There's that.
Yes, you're welcome to come and join us here on the stream. Let me don't switch devices. Let me grab the link to the Discord again, and I'll paste that right now. Got it. There we go. If you want to post your videos up there on the Discord, we will check on that here in a little bit. And we've already got a couple. Got one from 8-Bit on, and I think we've got one in the wrong place, but we'll still show it from Greenhorn. So we'll get started. We got a lot to try to do tonight. If things go like we have planned, we are going to attempt tonight to flash the Mobula 7 Walksnail to beta flight 4.3.1 and get it to work with the newest version of Express LRS, and then maybe jump directly to 4.4. So we're going to try to give that a spin tonight and see how that goes. But before we do, big shout out to 8-Bit. He sent me 2 of the Skirch frames and several of his 3D printed camera mounts here. And we're going to be giving this away. And I've been trying to think of a, do this.
Yeah, and
Of
while we're on that
upgraded.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, while
Of
we're on the
upgraded.
subject, before you snap to something else, 8-bit, if you're out there listening, I'm really interested in this, and I believe I sent you a message or tried to, but later DM me if you don't mind, if you can, because I don't have your Discord or no other way of getting a hold of you. So this is my best opportunity right here to shout out, definitely, because I want to build one of these things, man. I'm so interested, and I've already seen so many of your videos of it, so you can't help but get the influence of this. Everybody wants to try this.
Yeah.
If they don't, I want to help them, influence them too. Definitely.
Yeah. Casey, try that link that I posted there about the Discord. Master Roshi's saying that it's not opening for him. Jack's, my understanding is Jack's 3D printed, cut the carbon. This is 8-bit's design for the skirt frame. He printed out the TPU. We're going to be giving these away, and I've been trying to think of a good way that works for our channel to give this away. We don't have a lot of high-end freestyle pilots or anything like that. So what I was thinking, and if you guys think this is a good idea, give me a thumbs up in the comments to give this skirch frame away. What I was thinking is we're looking for a clever way for you to promote 8-bit's skirch frame and Jack's 3D printing. Now this can be on YouTube, it can be Discord, it can be TikTok, it can be just a Facebook post. We're looking for the most clever and unique way. I mean, so that's very subjective, I know, but the most clever and unique way that you can share the skirch frame. Let me pull this stuff back up again. That you can share the skirch frame with the 3D prints to build. Now, if you want to contact 8-bit or whatever and find someone that's got some flying footage or just whatever, maybe it's a TikTok dance. I don't know. Well, maybe you river dance something. If it's just a unique way to promote the skirch frame and 8-bit who designed it and Jack's 3D prints who cut it, then what you'll do is you'll send us a link either to that Facebook post or that TikTok or that Instagram or whatever. You'll send it to the Discord. Was the Discord link working at all, Casey?
It is working. It takes me directly to it. It even gives me the option to either go to my Discord app or continue on the webpage, and it works either way. I tried it both ways.
Yeah.
So if it is giving any of you out there any issues, continue to let us know, please.
Yeah.
Just so we can kind of work it out with you.
The best way is to contact him on Messenger. Casey's actually about 3 hours away from me now, but on the 25th, we'll be back having a race again. So, yeah. So looking forward to that, and we'll be talking about that here in just a little bit. Yes, Master Roshi says it is working now. Good.
Okay, good.
Thank you, AA, for posting it. I don't know what was different from your link than mine.
Oh, y'all know that's a Impractical Jokers moment.
Scam call. Should I mess with them?
Let's do it to it. Yeah. Pedal to the metal.
Hello? Hello?
Me not speaking no English?
No habla inglés. I hung up.
That's when you know you get them good.
I'll mute
when they hang up. Yep. Whenever I actually enter normal is when they hang up on me. Whenever I try to talk in their language, they try to talk back.
Boo. I was putting it up on my phone. That's me. It was a shame. uh, I could have. I believe if I'd have just stayed on that call, I could have saved on my student loans or something.
Possibly.
So
You might have missed out.
yeah. So get in touch with him on Facebook Messenger.
Yeah. Sounds good.
It was a shame. We could have had some fun with him, I do believe. Squirrel. Here I go again. I think y'all know what's coming, don't you?
Oh, sure. Why not?
I wasn't talking to you, Deeds. I was talking to that squirrel over there.
Oh. Come on.
What happened? Oh, no.
Wow.
Well,
Y'all didn't see anything at all, I guess, right?
well, half of it. Some of it. Yeah.
My master made me this collar. He is a good and smart master, and he made me this collar so that I may talk. Squirrel! My master is good at...
That is great. Too great. Let's see.
All right, maybe not. It looks like it's playing on YouTube fine, though. It's just not playing on our end.
It sounded fine on this end.
All right.
This time.
Okay, so let me know if that sounds good to you guys about the how to give this frame away. I think the best way that you can not advertise, that's not a good way to put it. The best way that you can promote. Thank you, Double A. The skirts designed by 8-bit and cut by Jack's 3D printing. However you want to do that. It could be a YouTube video. It could be even though I don't have TikTok, I'm sure you could share it some way or whatever with that. And we will, how about the first Thursday in March? Give everybody time to send those things in the first Thursday in March. Whoever has the most clever way of promoting the frame and all of that will be the winner. How does that sound, guys? Sound good to you?
Sounds good to me. Done it to you. Just to me. Does it to y'all?
Yeah. Sounding good.
Good,
So,
good.
all right. We'll need to keep an eye on the Discord too, Casey. If people start uploading videos,
Yeah, I've
we can
been.
show a few of them. We'll share those later in the stream. Oh yeah, Master Roshi's got some good chase video here.
Yeah, there's quite a few videos on there.
We'll show all of that. I don't really have anything interesting in mailbag this week. I was supposed to have an order come in today from RDQ. Says that it was out for delivery, and then the post office said that they couldn't make delivery. I guess rain is now a reason not to deliver mail. Now, I did want to show this. You guys have seen my my case from my Hdzero goggles.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to show you guys this. I did finally find some foam that works for me, and it's the Sky Zone.
Oh yeah.
I actually got this little lens cover here. It's a little bit small as far as being short. It don't want to stick real solid right there, but it's the foam Sky Zone, and it fits well for me. The thing that I'm concerned about with it, and maybe some of you can tell me if you've ever run into it, is I was flying this. I flew probably 12, 13 packs yesterday trying out a tune that Casey and I was working on, and it gets wet when you sweat. and the neoprene, if I can speak a language, the neoprene foam that the newbie drone, it didn't do that. So might have to keep looking. But as far as feel good and comfort, yeah, this really, I really like this. I had to get it from AliExpress because no US carrier had it. So yeah, let me know if what you guys think on that. So
Yeah, definitely.
help me keep an eye on the chat too, Casey, if you will, because it
I will.
looks like it's going pretty quick tonight, which is
It
good.
is. It
Which
is
good.
definitely
Good.
good. So we got. You want me to go down through them real quick? I'll get us caught up. 8-bit said good, and we got a thumbs up from Off Grid. So, anyways, 8-bit said, Casey, what do you go by on Insta? Oh well, I don't think I have an Instagram, but Casey Henderson. You can find me under that, or Casey Scott Henderson. You can usually find me under that. There's also my
Brundlefly.
email. So
I think you're new to the channel. Welcome,
Yeah.
Brundlefly. Thank you for stopping by tonight. Hope that we end up showing you guys some things tonight that you're interested in.
Okay.
I tried to find you and Marty's friends on Facebook. He's
Well,
probably
I
not
should
one,
be
my
there.
friend.
I don't think we are. I don't think we're Facebook friends, are we? We need
I
to
don't
fix
know.
that,
Yes,
Marty.
he
We
is.
need to.
He is. He is. He is. So,
Yeah, you should be able to find me on
Master
there. No
Roshi.
problem.
Master Roshi, you have, from my understanding, you have
I'll
flown with a good friend of mine, Flying Sasquatch. I think you were with him at a monster truck. I think he was with you maybe. I think he said you guys even had dinner. So yeah, he's a good friend of mine. Actually got bought a bunch of gear from him over the years, and he travels all over the place and comes up and flies with me. He's probably going to be on here in another few weeks. Should be going to the dirt track this weekend. All right, you going to chase the mini cars, or do they? Is it politically correct? Do they still call them midget cars? I know they used to back in the day. So, back when we had antennas, you had to go outside and turn them in a thunderstorm if Mama was watching.
Yeah.
Dallas,
Remember
y'all remember? Anybody remember those days besides me? I grew up in that area.
I did too.
If Dallas was on and it was thunderstorming, Mama would send me out in the rain to turn the
Oh no,
antenna.
I didn't have to do that.
I totally agree, Brundlefly. It is like the post office should have a creed or something. That's right.
Yeah,
we promise we're going to deliver it.
definitely.
No. And if we do, give it to neighbors. That way you got to go find who they give it to. So Brundlefly said he came over from, and all right. Yeah.
Awesome.
So, speaking of Infinity Loops, there's going to be something on here in a little bit about Head and the guys over there from Infinity Loops. Next month should have some fresh monster trucks footage. They come back touring my way. All right, brother. We will definitely share it and try to give you a sub boost there and tell people to go to your channel and boost you if you come recommended by Flying Sasquatch. Any friend of Flying Sasquatch is a friend of mine. I say that intrepidly. No, I'm joking. He's a good guy.
Also, I'm not trying to jump the gun or nothing, but there's one of the biggest questions is going to blow up something really good that we were wanting to actually talk about tonight. Did you hear that Immersion RC was making more timers for those wanting one? It was stated as well. Anyways, yes, we've heard about it. We're definitely going to touch base with that. Actually, we definitely heard about it, and we were we've got some things to talk about on that later. I'm gonna let him resume. I just wanted to shout that out real quick. Yes, definitely. That's just answer your
I've
question.
actually searched and I can't find them anywhere. All that I'm hearing is that, that's my brother. Yeah. Which is a good one. It's a good one. Good friend of mine.
Yeah. And I wasn't trying to skip over these other guys. Yeah.
No. So for all the KC Hindos I'm finding on Facebook, they have.
You scared me, man. I just had to check there, make sure. Wait, do I?
Casey
oh, wait,
moved.
I must be blonde.
Wait.
I was like, wait, do I? Oh, thank God I don't. Nope, wrong ones. It's Casey Scott Henderson.
I guess the chat is slow from my end. Because, wow. Okay, yeah.
Because there's
StreamYard did the thing. I'm down here now where Market Zero, new to the channel.
Yeah.
Thank you for
I'll
stopping
throw my
by.
email
At least
into the chat.
Make you stand there and hold the end. Well, she would. If you grew up in that era, I mean, I can literally remember my mother. It was raining one night. It wasn't lightning or anything. It was raining one night. It was night, and Dallas was on. And she had me turn the antenna, and she's like, Go back. If you've ever done it, this is for a generation. You got to be at a certain generation to understand it. Go back. And then you go back, and she's like, hold it right there. And you let it go. And as soon as you let go of the antenna, the picture would get back. She's like, no, go back.
Go away.
Hold it for just 1 second. I'm about to find out who shot JR or something. So Blizzard FPV says, so stoked my fly high FPV LED showed up with the and the V-Fly beeper. Yes, I've got some fly high LEDs. They are nice, man. Nice. Brundlefly says that the V-Fly saved him. Saved his bacon a few times. Best $20 ever, especially if you're flying out away from yourself. That's right. Let's get into watching a few of the videos and then to get into doing this this flash to see if we can do it or not.
It should be just the same. The target's the same. We just flash it, and then boom, should be fine. Should just be like that. And then we throw on a few presets, and you can actually copy the CLI from Happy Model.
You also put an Apple AirTag on your drone. Works better than a beeper.
Or even a tile, one of the $20 tiles, which works with all Android and iPhone. You can stick that on there and find it anywhere, no matter where it goes. You'll find it every time, because I actually have a set of earphones that are tiles. Each headphone is a tile, and like if I lose one, I can locate it all the way up till the time it dies.
Oh yeah,
so it's pretty neat. Yeah, pretty neat.
Double A says you were something if you had a mini antenna tower at your house. Yeah, we just had the 30-foot aluminum pole.
Yeah,
with the big antenna out at the back of it, and there was times that sent me out in the thunder and the lightning to turn it, but not very often.
Yeah, I remember we had one of those big dishes that took up half the front yard. Yeah. Big old huge trampoline dishes.
That was yeah, they didn't have those. They didn't have those dishes in the early 80s.
No, I know that. That. But I remember them days though. Once we got the big dishes. Oh gosh.
I like Brundlefly says in Idaho, getting to where you crashed is 90% of the problem. That's right. Yeah. It's like I know exactly where it's at, but I have to have a climbing rig just to get to my crash switched gear. Yeah. We're gonna
Yeah, it's
gonna
8:26
share
already,
my
so
screen
there's
here.
quite a
It'll
few
let me.
vids. There we go. Yep.
And we are going. We're going to start with Greenhorn FPV tonight.
Yeah, thank you for
Let me
sharing.
see if I can copy the link. I'm going to do this a little bit slower, so I'm making sure that I copy people's links. So you guys can go watch this, give them some subs, and give them some love.
Please do. Please do. And also, while we're talking about giving people subs, always remember, if you ain't subbed to my channel, it helps me and Marty both out. So, and his as well. If you're watching and you're new, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you must.
Yeah.
We wouldn't mind it at all.
Greenhorn
would love to
rocks
have
this
you.
backyard, man.
Yeah, I love this video, actually. I've seen this one. I've not maybe seen this specific video, but I've seen this guy, and he is great. I love Greenhorn. He really shows off a bunch of good things, and it's really showing you ain't got to go above and beyond to have fun.
I like the random popcorn cooker there in his backyard.
Yeah,
it's just great.
Because people are gonna be like, "Why do you got a popcorn?" For people like you to ask questions.
Why not?
Right.
Why not? Why not have a popcorn cooker? Is the question.
Yeah.
That's the real
Yeah.
question.
There you go.
Is that an
There you
orange
go.
tree? That tree he keeps going up to, is that an orange tree?
I'm thinking.
It looks like it's got something on it.
Uh-oh.
They don't have those here in Tennessee. Going to land in a neighborhood pool. This tree right here. Is that an orange tree? Looks like it.
See, I don't
Those
know.
of you that would know. Yeah, it's got to be something. Grapefruit, orange, something like that.
Now, mind you all, this is 1S. And 1S is fun. It is. It's fun. You can just go all sorts of nuts and crazy and not worry about it. You ain't even got to worry about it. What's going to happen? You can't even usually break your frame. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's way more forgiving than anything above this class size, which I love 2.5 inch and above. Yes, but I love anything 65 millimeter as well and above.
Tinywhoop.
Yeah, because if you have flew a good one, you know it flies just like a bigger quad. Actually, just a little bit slower.
All right, now let's get to Master Roshi.
Love it.
Copy his link, paste it in the description. Orange trees are shorter, maybe 10-foot tall max. What was that then? Guys, go back and watch that. Is it grapefruit? Does it come in bigger trees? I don't know.
Does they come in bigger trees?
Does it? We got.
Do they come in bigger grapes?
Do they come in 5-inch models, or are they all micro?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
This is a micro channel.
5-inch grapes are the best.
If you go back to our Tinywhoop live stream, he is the one that ran very late in the stream. Oh,
yeah,
I don't know
neat.
who you talking about there, bro.
Yeah, that's neat. Pretty neat.
Yeah, drop it. Yeah.
So
outdoor was T-Rec at the race with us.
Yes.
So let me make sure. Grapefruit are taller. Well, that makes sense. All right, here we go. Let's play Master Roshi's.
Blizzard FPV says, if I crashed in Idaho, I would never be able to find my potato. Okay.
Y'all got audio?
Nope. No audio.
No audio?
No audio.
Hang on. We got to have audio.
No audio.
Oh, no. We're going to go back in and
forgot
try to share my screen again.
Yep. You forgot to share your audio, didn't you?
probably.
If you just share a window, it won't share audio. You got to share, either pick the first or the last selection. I usually do the last selection, share system audio, and then it'll share it. Or share screen audio and share it. Or the first one. First one works. There you
Got audio?
go. Everyone out there, hope y'all got audio too. Put your glasses on, Clark Kent. Mike Bergen. That's funny.
Mike Bergman. Are these? We used to call these back in the day. No offense meant here. We used to call these midget cars when I was younger. In Tennessee, that's what they called them. They called it midget car racing. Now I have I think I already know the answer to this, but what you're hearing I don't think that's sound effect. I think that's actually tire squealing on the dirt. So, correct me if I'm wrong there. I think it is possible for that to do that. Mike Bergman, hello, bro. His power's out.
Yeah, and that is what you're hearing, yes. Definitely. I've been to several races. Been to several things. I love them. When they roar past you and you feel it in your chest, that's a motor. That's a motor.
Says the typical standard type of orange tree will grow about 25 to 30 foot tall. All right.
It's interesting.
Learned something. You learned me something. Mark, you learned me something. Mark Bergman feeling chilly without your wrench. Oh, yeah. I need to give some wrenches, don't I? Speaking of that.
Let's see.
I want to make you guys moderators. You can post your videos right in the stream for people to watch in case I mess it up. Be responsible with it, please.
Yeah, definitely. Stop any haters and don't be one.
I think I got everybody. If I didn't, let me know. Oh, got a little bit of murd on the screen.
Huh. So there's a monster truck video too.
We'll show
Yeah,
it.
monster truck and several. There's not many videos.
Legends cars, is that what it's called? Oh yeah, because they're all like what, old Fords or Dodge, whatever it is, easy top looking car.
Yep. Let's see. Pleasure to be a moderator in your channel, says Master Roshi. Yeah, thank you, brother. And Bundle 5 said thank you. And Volunteer Outdoorsman said, yeah, that's the modern term for them legends.
Okay. Legends. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're not wanting to offend anybody.
Yes, sir. Legends. They also race on concrete track.
This
We know that.
I don't have TikTok. We'll see if it will play. Let's see what happens. Got to do your head like this.
Yeah, sideways. Oh no, that's just that's we need to do the one before that. Probably greenhorns.
Did I do the wrong one?
No, I think you did the right one. That's just the only one we got.
Here's one that's second
Greenhorn.
annual East Northern National Showdown. Show it. Yeah. Motorcycle engines is what Master Roshi said. Oh. Jacksonville International Raceway. Now this right here is what we called, I stand corrected. Rumble was corrected on his citrus trivia. I think this is what we called midget cars when I was growing up. This is what this looks like. Yeah. Master Roshi, was you that night that Zach got his quad and run over by the monster truck? I think we showed that on the channel one night. Or Flying Sasquatch, sorry. I like this song.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Mike Bergman says, "Oh snap! I'll be responsible now." It's a double A talking about the mud on it. And Master Roshi says, "Yeah, he got it on the FPV camera also, but kept flying, but stayed true to the chase." Nothing. Brundle, I love your sense of humor. Nothing but love except for that bug on the lens. I think it was that bug's butt on the lens. All right. Yeah, guys, go to Master Roshi and give him some subs, or I'm going to come to your house and open up your pantry and eat all of your little Debbie cakes.
All of them.
I mean,
all, even the ice cream.
All of them. And you know I'll do it. I'll eat them all. All right. Let's I'm trying to keep up here, which is great that I'm not able to keep up. Power up. Thank you. It's a pleasure to have you guys on here, guys.
For sure.
Yeah. Got a Bitterroot FPV new to the channel. Hey, bro, how's it going?
It's good to have you. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Good to have you. Good to have you. I'm going to show you this 8-bit video here while we're Casey, you never did select the moderator, I mean the co-host thing, did it? Because you should be able to click and post up chat also, just by clicking on the chat.
You sent it to the wrong email. I've already got an account on StreamYard. You got to send it to that email. Yeah, it won't let me double do it. I'm the same person. You got to send it to Zerocool7277, not the 1214. Yeah. Don't worry, I didn't say it all. Anybody out there, that is not my whole number. You have to send me a letter first. All right. We're not seeing that, Marty.
What?
We're not seeing that no more. It disappeared.
You're not seeing it?
Nope, it disappeared. Wait a minute.
Good.
You stopped script. There we go.
Hang on. Wait, no. There we go. There we go. That was a StreamYard problem, not a Marty problem.
Eight-bit
Scott,
F75. So I would assume this is a 75 millimeter on the skirt, right?
Scott Davis, please explain how one determines what size a drone is and how to measure it. I will. Scott Davis is a friend of mine from just right down the road. We'll put this comment up there in just a second. I was checking on my phone.
Yeah, that's an easy one, brother. Once we help you understand that, you won't forget it. It's kind of like learning to ride a bike. Once you learn it, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
really? That's it? Okay. It'll start becoming second nature to you, I believe. As good as you were this last race, yeah.
No. You didn't. You haven't met Scott Davis.
Oh, wrong Scott.
There's a difference
Sorry.
between Scott Jenkins, and Scott Davis.
Uh-oh,
Yeah.
that's a bad co-host of me. Sorry. Honest mistake.
Blizzard put one on Discord. All right, we will show them, guys.
Scott Davis, I remember that I have yet to meet you.
Keep it clean for us. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. That's what we need help with for sure. We don't seem that we'll need much help with that. Nobody's been nasty so far, I don't think. Might have a few jokers amongst our midst, but we're a few jokers ourselves. I'm just joking.
Thank
Gotcha.
you, Blizzard. Yes. Hit
Hit
that
the
thumbs up, like button if
Yeah.
you will, guys.
Definitely, please.
Yeah. Boom. Here we go. I'm a little slow, but I'm adding you in here. Red 6.
Red 6. Let's see. Well,
I love it. The chat is answering Scott's question. Will it deal with it also? How's it going, brother? Yes, they are correct. On micros, it's motor post to motor post, but larger than that, we measure the prop size.
yeah. So when we say 5-inch, that means we're using a 5-inch prop. When we say 6-inch, it means 6-inch prop.
Yeah, or 3 inches, a 3-inch prop.
That's a 250 millimeter baseline, usually wheelbase.
Mostly by prop size.
Mm-hmm. And you got 180 millimeter wheelbase size, 250, so on and so forth. 65, 75.
Yep.
Yeah. And then you use 30 millimeter props and 40 millimeter props on 65. And then 75 you use what? I keep forgetting those.
I think on 75s you use 40s and 40 millimeter
40s.
props, and on 65s, some 65s
30.
take a 31 millimeter prop, and then the Pro 65s, like the Meteor Pro, can take a 35 millimeter prop.
40.
Wow.
They can take up to 42. Yeah, that's
What a shot.
you're getting better. That's pretty neat.
Did anybody see this green truck
Oh.
wheel? That was epic.
Wow. Yes. Yeah. Got to show us that one again. Cost him a tire. He knows everything. It looked like a whole
An
axle.
axle.
Look at the front end. Look at that when it spins around.
Look at that.
I ain't got the money to play them kind of games. That's rich man's toys.
No.
Yeah, look, they busted the tires on them. They don't care. They're just jumping it.
He said, got to risk it for the biscuit.
Around something like that.
Yeah, I think that was this actual venue right here that Flying Sasquatch got his
We've got
5-inch quad run over by a monster truck. It obliterated it.
I can imagine. I would absolutely be a nervous wreck.
Like the logo, Master Roshi. That's awesome.
Not me. That's an S10. He said, "Yes, sir." That was the time Zach was with me. He said,
Yeah. No one can match that frame speed. Yeah. That's
75 is
I want
49.
we got another one. We got all kinds of them popping up here.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think I've showed them. I think I've showed them, right? Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I want to show you guys something before you got to run off and go, because though I know that there's several people here that are faithful to
we've got 2 new ones.
what's
Hey,
it?
there's
What's
still a
his
blast in
heads?
the chat.
Hey, Phil's
We've
in the
got
chat.
2.
Yeah,
We've got 2 new ones that were posted at 8:27 and 8:38. By the way, 2 new videos.
Yeah. I know that some of you guys are from Infinity Loops and run over there. He'd been asking me to get together some merch, t-shirts. So I've got him a couple sent out. But if you're interested, in it, I will put the link to the Teespring page store in the description here. This stuff's kind of pricey. Some of these t-shirts are not too bad. If you want to see my ugly mug, but all of the proceeds for this will go back into Soki, which is the chapter of Southern Kentucky multi-rotor. You can probably, if I can get it right there, multi-rotor that I am
here
running now, and so all of the proceeds go to that. If you're if you're coming to the race, pick you up one of these race crew shirts if you want to be a marshal or whatever for Soki. Everything from the Phatpastor and Soki all goes to pay the fees for the club, and so we have about $75 worth of fees due in March. If we do this and we're able to get some income, we've already sold like 11 t-shirts. And I know I don't want this to sound bad, but I have already gotten tons of emails from people saying, "Hey, I want one of your shirts. Buy me one of your shirts." That's not the reason for this. Some of y'all might like this. Some of y'all may hate me for this. but I come up with this on my own. This is all me.
That's one of my favorite. Blue. Is that why it's my favorite?
That's all me.
Don't think so.
But the whole purpose for this is not so that everybody in the country can wear my ugly mug on their face or on their body. It's so that we don't have to charge landing fees at the race. That's what this is. Before, in the past, especially during whoop season, we would charge a $20 per pilot landing fee, and that just went to pay the dues for Soki. I don't want to have to do that. I don't think we'll have to do that. Pick you up some stickers, coffee mugs, whatever. It'll just 100% of the proceeds will go back. You can get you I tell you what, who wouldn't love Ken Heron? If you're watching, you must buy this.
You want to.
Just because you're a DJI lover, you must have it. You must have it. So, or you know what? Better yet, somebody should buy this and ship it to Carl. What you guys think? You think Carl Zhao would like one of those?
Sure.
I don't think you would.
Yeah,
I don't think you. I don't think you would. I think he's such a nice guy. I don't think you would. But let's. I digress. How about that? I digress with that. So I'll stop while I'm ahead. Let me unshare my screen here so that we can see the gang. We got
man. Look at there. We're all
Holly.
here.
Yeah, We got the
Welcome,
gang.
guys. Good to see y'all.
And this is the
Absolutely.
first time we've done this that we weren't in the same house.
Hey,
Oh, wow.
it worked. It worked.
And Phil is in the chat. Is
That's
he
right.
coming to the race? Phil, if you're still there, let me know if you're
well,
coming to the race.
Now, I'll let. There's something going on with Phil around the 12th, but I'll let him if he's here.
No.
Yeah, he's just listening. I think around the 12th, Phil's going to be a daddy.
Wow, you just going
that.
Yeah, so I mean, I know he's put it on Facebook and all that kind of stuff. It's not secret and all of that. So,
okay.
So yeah, he's going to be busy.
Yeah, he is.
He's going to be staying up all night, but it's not going to be because of Tinywhoops. Tonight's shirt, FPV is not a crime.
That's right, babe.
It's supposed to be square, but I get bigger as I go down. Kind of,
Me and you make shirts into trapezoids fast.
That's right. It's shaped. I'm shaped like Grimace from McDonald's. Y'all remember that?
Didn't I use that reference the other day, Pop?
Never wear a purple shirt to sit in a chair and fly FPV. When you fly by yourself, you're like, oh my God, I look like Grimace.
It happens, man. It happens.
Scott Davis, a good friend of mine just up the road. You ought to come out on the 24th, 25th, Scott, and just watch us race, brother. Nothing else, eat some pizza and visit with us. We're going to have a good time.
Does he fly? He should fly.
Wow, Loops is off tonight. Wow, so all right. Well, all of y'all can just stay all night then. So, all right.
The little one's already asleep for me, so should free up.
I figured that would happen.
Yeah.
I said,
what was that? Say it again. You kind of dropped out on us.
sorry, I sent Pop a picture. The little guy came home and passed out on the couch as soon as we.
All right.
He was getting a little rambunctious, which is usually a sign it's getting close to bedtime.
Loopers. Well, I will say this, and you loopers can record it if you want to, because I know that Colin, Heads, is said that he wants me to go over to his channel and film a voice pack in my country voice. Snowblower. Is that how it says it? Snowblower?
Snowblower?
For snowblower. His computer lady, whatever she's called, calls it Snowblower.
Snowblower.
It's great. It's great. It's great. He might show up here tonight. Hey, all right.
All right.
He can drop in.
Then.
Anybody wants to drop in like you see this, we can have up to 6 people. So 2 more can join us if you want to. We'd love to have you.
Yeah. We would.
If you'd like
we
to
would.
jump
Ain't
on
that right, buddy?
And Better Root is blue now. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Philiblaster better be blue.
I'm blue.
Hey,
He asked why we always hung out when he was working. So does that mean he's like, I'm not going to say what his job is, but like he's got time to do that and watch YouTube? That's about right. I've been in that same line of work.
Mm-hmm.
While we've got a brief second here, I'd like to give Phil a shout out and Phatpastor there. I was looking into building a new drone coming up here soon. And they both helped me out greatly. I'm very excited to have an open racer with the Heads Up 2207 motors on the way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. That's what's up.
Evan Turner, the bomb. He's got the stuff.
Make an appearance. There he is.
Hi.
Hey, Scotty. How's it going, buddy?
Good.
You getting ready for coming up in a couple weeks?
Going up there again.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. He got him some new gogs, didn't he?
He did. He got some HD3s.
All right.
Good.
He gonna be passing us all before long.
Oh yeah.
Be like on the left.
We put a FPV camera on that little E-Sheen that he brought home with him from the last race.
Oh, he did.
I told him he ought to bring that one and race it the next time because it's smooth and steady. And we've learned that's the trick to indoor racing. You can have the fastest machine built. probably going to perform poorly when it comes to flying indoors.
He who finishes sometimes wins before he who is fast.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, he who's fastest is not always firstest.
Definitely.
Nobody wins on turn one. A lot of people lose on turn one.
I don't know if I can copy this. Can you copy that, Casey?
What?
Can you copy it in StreamYard? Can you copy Brundlefly's YouTube link?
Let's see.
I don't care about copyrighted music as long as it's not going to strike me.
Brundlefly. That's a cool name.
It may not let us, thinking it's a. Let's see. I don't even see.
Yeah, I got it posted on the thing.
To Mr. Brundlefly, or Brundlefly, maybe I should say Mr. I don't know. If you can hear me, is that a reference to Brindlefly?
It does open.
I think it's a play on words.
Well, yeah, but I was wondering if it was a reference to Brindlefly, because that would be cool. That'd be another cool FPV name, would be Brindlefly.
Yeah.
And I'm looking for his answer before I say why it would be a cool name.
Yeah, it reminds me of another question that is pretty important.
Hey, if you were a hot dog and you were starving, would you eat yourself? What? I know I would. First, I'd smother myself with brown mustard and relish. I'd be so delicious. So would you?
I don't know.
Don't jerk me around, Norm. It's a simple question. A baby could answer it. If you were a hot dog and you were starving, would you eat yourself?
I guess so.
Oh, you made a wise choice, my friend. If you had said no, I would have bitten your ear off. I would have come at you like a tornado made of arms and teeth and fingernails.
I'm pretty solid through that.
Good answer. What's that?
I'm pretty solid through that clip until he starts talking about putting brown mustard and relish. Until he starts talking about getting this like I was right about Brundlefly's name. It's from the Fly movie.
Yeah, his link is working too. It does.
Yeah, I'm a little bit behind on the.
Yeah,
we'll pull it up and get ready to share your screen because we're going to play his video if he wants to. Yeah, Phil said this weekend he's going to be a daddy.
Yeah, congratulations, brother.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
it's a blessing. Definitely enjoy and cherish every moment of it. Definitely, because you don't get it more than enough in this life. We could use it more for sure. I could use it about 10, 20 times if I could handle it. I would. I'd have 20 kids.
Have you got any kids now, Casey?
I got 2 kids now.
Okay.
20 kids.
Yeah,
because I've got like 2, and I'm solid. Like,
I'm a mommy daddy, so
got me covered.
Yeah.
Told my wife if we have 3, we're outnumbered.
Oh, my kids are my everything.
If just one of them's like me, we're outnumbered. We're done. Thank God they're like her. Jay Martinez on Facebook is Master Roshi. Same logo as there. IG on TikTok. Same logo as here. Go over there and show him some love, guys.
Yeah, definitely.
Phatpastor walking around is good. We did laps with our last 2. Yes. Yep. That helps it. Helps them come on out quicker, I guess.
And that's ready for you when you are.
Okay. Let me try to catch up on the chat here. Let me see. Posted in Discord. I post them in Discord, but PV friendly zone design.
Have y'all seen
public?
Yeah.
Etc. Put them in the area. Safe to fly. All right.
Okay. Another thing, have y'all seen those new propellers that people are 3D printing that are shaped in the infinity kind of
the
symbol?
toroidal propellers.
Those things are amazing. Oh my gosh! Did you see the
Yeah.
speed they're capable of?
Snowblower 90%. Yeah,
They're
yeah, that's the
fast.
robot lady, right?
Little bitty
Not
successes.
sure.
Where are y'all at in the
I can
chat?
keep-
I'm not seeing the snow.
Oh,
Well, I'm
here
there's
in
a
Lacey.
lot. There's like a lot of
It's
chat,
reference.
so
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm skipping some of it, guys.
Oh no, you're
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, I
Brundlefly
tried to
says
help you, but I don't want to
snowblower
interrupt.
90%.
I try to help you stay caught up, but I don't want to interrupt you long enough to say, "Hey, there's a."
Yeah,
There's a bunch of new people in the chat tonight.
There is,
Yeah.
This is awesome.
and it's a blessing to have you all. Thank you for coming.
yeah.
Can anybody see how many viewers we're at, or how many interactions we're going for?
We're currently at 14 viewers right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think earlier we were up to 18. At least it said it on my end, but
So
that's good.
on the topic of how many viewers and everything, I'm not gonna say like names or YouTube names or anything, but I was watching another live stream. I don't know how hot my mic is. I'm gonna move it back a little bit. I was watching another live stream, just a few minutes of it, the other day, and I noticed how many viewers that person had compared to how many subscribers they had. Like lots and lots of subscribers and like a few hundred viewers. So if you broke it down the math and you did a ratio, Marty had like way more viewers to subscribers than that dude did. Like way more.
Wow.
Wow.
There was not Camps in his name, was it?
No, it was not Camps.
Okay.
It was not Camps.
Okay, just
and
check.
Been another.
Yeah.
Said I feel like it may have been another Tennessee guy you were watching.
Yeah, he was.
Oh,
it is yet the
wow.
third FPV guy that's almost as famous as Marty from Tennessee.
Checks in the mail, Scott. Checks in the mail.
Well,
T-shirts on the way.
Tons of
hang on,
subscribers.
get it from you on the 25th. Or 20th.
That's right. We'll
Yeah.
settle up there.
Yeah.
We'll
But-
settle up.
Like Marty was smoking him, like just smoking him.
Thank you.
Like,
We-
this is awesome.
It's all of you guys. I'm just the fat ugly face behind it all, or a pretty face, whatever
So
whatever
we
delusion
got-
you're under.
We got home from the race, and my wife had watched a bit of the live stream because, of course, our grandson was in it. But when we got home, she was like, "So is that what you go in the other room? Is that what y'all do? Just sit, talk?" She's like, "Y'all are pretty funny."
Hey,
That's funny.
I
That's
resemble that
funny.
remark.
You're
Yeah,
funny.
well,
That's
yeah.
so funny.
I think somebody's shutting me down.
Somebody's like, "No."
Get another quad in the mail and flex on
I
it.
gotta post some of this stuff.
Shots fired.
Lifting brothers up.
Chrome damps.
Chrome damps. No, it was not. It was not. It was not Chrome damps. It was not him. Is he from Tennessee too?
Where he's
Is,
from.
is he?
Oh, lifting brothers up. Thank you, Double A. A voice of reason. A voice of reason.
And I'm with Steven. Like that first get together a
Oh,
little while back here a week ago. Not only was that just a hoot, but like that was.
Yeah, you better believe it.
I mean, it was a very well put together race event, but it was also a very social event. Like I left
That's
with
what we're
a ton
aiming
of
for.
education, learned all kinds of stuff, and learned to try things and change things that I never would have thought of. And it was just purely out of kindness and generosity. If
thank you,
any of
man.
y'all are within driving distance, or anybody that watches this video, if you're within driving distance of wherever we were in Kentucky,
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the Adolphus.
Adolphus. Yeah,
if
come on
y'all are
down.
within driving distance and Marty's having one of these get-togethers, like you're missing something.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah,
a good time.
see it.
It's a
It
good
is.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, Pops, for that.
Yeah,
It for
thank you a
me, it
lot.
is all about the community. You know, it it just, I don't know. My dad used to say it gets me going when I see young men like Scotty was there and he was getting involved and stuff, and
Hmm.
not in a, wasn't in Facebook the whole time and
No.
video
Yeah.
game and all this kind of stuff, and dad and grandpas and stuff coming out together, and and we had father from church bring his 2 young girls out, and another couple bring their twin
Yeah,
boys out, and
yeah,
it was just a good time,
it
and that's
was.
what it's about. And we happened to fly and race in the middle of all of it. That's really what it
Mhm.
is.
Yes.
Some races, it's
100%.
all about the race. Don't talk to the race coordinator. Just leave me alone. Let me
Yeah,
get
let us.
everything together. We ain't
Yeah,
that way. Uh,
no,
we ain't that good. I ain't that good, at
no,
least.
No,
not yet. Anyways,
not
we're
even
not that
close.
good. We're
Not
not that
even
good
close.
yet. Anyways, we'll get
Yeah.
there though. We will. We will get there.
See, we gotta. If I sold like 1,000 shirts, we'd get you here 8-bit.
For sure.
So
Yeah,
Yeah, no
yeah,
kidding.
no problem. Yeah,
so yeah,
bus ticket and
A
all. Come
2-day
on now.
drive.
yeah. I think he's in New Mexico, or Arizona, somewhere very dry.
Off grid needs a passport. Oh yeah, I know where he is. We've talked about that before. Yeah, you got a
Yeah,
passport.
yeah.
Uh,
He's from Canada.
Canada.
Well,
Get to
Canadian.
the
I thought,
event.
yeah, he's in Canada.
He said
Canada.
maybe when he gets his out off bit grid everything. Said maybe when he gets his passport. LOL.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a bit of a drive.
Shout out. I love you.
I
Yeah.
recently made friends with some people from Canada.
Double A.
Do y'all know what they call Canadian bacon in Canada?
Yep, ham.
Yeah.
It's a piece of
Wasn't
ham.
that
Like I was
wasn't it
expecting it to
that
just be bacon. Like in my whole mind, that's what they.
It's a piece of
But
ham.
it's
No,
not.
it's called Canadian bacon. It's a piece of ham.
Here it's Canadian bacon. There it's
I
either
know.
ham or
Yeah.
pea meal. They just call it pea meal. I learned all about Canadian bacon. I come home just tickled as I could be.
Yeah.
That's
Catch the
funny.
next
like
balloon that flies up.
Blizzard says, I'll catch the next balloon.
Oh, and I have
Oh,
Brundle Fly's video still ready to share when you're ready.
All right. Well,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's
Let's do
put
that.
that up.
That's a thing.
Okay. I knew I had to get us back on track there for a minute. Here we go. You got audio?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I need respect for people that are doing all this indoors now.
That's the
Oh well, it's
Fractal
not that we're
65.
just now doing it indoors. It's just people are starting to come out and open about it finally.
I like that thing.
Yeah, you're right. More
No, I'm
people are
just
doing
saying,
it now.
flying indoors is tough.
Yeah, it's a lot harder than outdoors. It's way different for some reason.
Back bacon.
Outdoors is like way easier to me.
I like the song choice.
turtle mode to the rescue.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you gotta have turtle mode.
Face orange, biting nails. Face orange, biting nails.
Huh. So he's definitely look at the cat. It's like what the heck?
Hey, Marcel's in here.
Yeah, Marcel.
So this isn't. It is the Fractal
This dude is
65.
Yep. What it says.
This dude is using his
It seems
3D
like
printer as
it's
a
not
gate.
long like one.
Thought he was gonna punch himself.
Was those the Hdzero goggles? Looked like it, didn't it?
If they did.
That's why that analog video looks so good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That does make
Marty's
it look good.
like the world's #1 spokesman for Hdzero.
I tell you what, I need Carl. I need some more free gear.
Some more. You got free gear?
Discounted gear. Sky Zone 4L.
I love those Sky Zone 04s.
That's the face
I
that's
was
on. Yeah, I've seen
seriously look at the 04Ls until I come up on
some
sweet
HDO2s.
deal on some stuff with a LED screen, some HDO2s. And I don't think I've ever been happier. And I'm here to tell you, you can't write a check and win a trophy every time, but if you can see, you can fly better.
For sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
There's some
Tell me about it. I got
big
negative
difference.
4.0 in my eyes. So yeah.
Now this up for debate. You can't hit what
Big
you can't see, or
Right.
is it that you hit what you can't see?
Right.
Which brings up a
I think
good
it's
question.
You hit what you can't see.
Yeah. Or maybe you can't shoot the gap that you can't see. How about that?
Yeah, I've learned since I've been home why I always crash when I fly too close to our crabapple tree, because there's 2 or 3 little hangers that you just couldn't see through the other goggles. It's like, oh, that's what I'm hitting. Every time I think I'm clear and that gap's open.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now let me ask this question, and because this was actually on the agenda for tonight, talking about the races. You know, last race was a very technical course. This race is going to be more open. It's going to be a faster course. We're going to set it up for a minimum of 2 laps, so that the timer plays more into it. But Bardwell had mentioned it, and this is something that Phil and I talked about when we were setting up the course, and that is angle versus acro in Tinywhoop races. Now,
Joshua said it the other day.
I'll admit I'm still faster on a very technical course like we had. Well, it's a pretty technical course that we had last month.
Pretty
I'm
technical.
still faster in angle, but boy,
The words came out of Joshua Bardwell's mouth on his recent video. If you want to go faster in races, fly acro. That's what he said. That's what he said, and I don't mean it's just right because he said that, but that's just what he said.
I was just trying to pull up that survey, the Whooptopia 2023 pilot survey. Did any of y'all see that last night?
I did. I watched that.
About
the guy all of the elites.
If you filter it by the elite pilot, what Marty's just about to say.
Yeah, I think there was only one of them, wasn't it? Wasn't it, Scott? Was only one of the elites that flew angle.
Yeah, if they were talking, it looked like it was a 50-50 split, like 08 motors, 07 motors looked like a 50-50 split. Analog versus digital looked kind of, well, no, that didn't come into it. Angle versus acro was the big one, and it looked like a 48-50 with just a little wedge of something else in the middle. And somebody came in their chat and they're like, hey, filter that by elites only and look at what happens. And all of those votes that were for flying acro and Whoop, it was every elite pilot but one, only one, and that was AK.
AK has actually went to.
Yeah, but they were like, he was the that was the Whooptopia that he switched. He's like, okay, I'm gonna fly this one. I'm gonna fly this one acro. He was like the last holdout. And since I will say, Steve and I were talking about it just yesterday, maybe today, maybe earlier. Since we've been home, I've turned my switch around so that when I'm just sitting there in our arm, I'm now in acro. Like my stuff doesn't come on with my Whoop in angle mode, and I make the decision to switch it. Like I'm forcing myself to fly in acro to the point now. If I switch it into angle mode for some reason, it feels weird. Like it feels like now it's not. It's not doing what I'm telling it to do. It's thinking about what I'm telling it to do.
You're having the same feeling that I had too whenever I did that. Yep. You will get that feeling like you can't fly an angle no more.
So you're seeing 4 of the 5, possibly 6 racers that's already signed up for the race that we have, and I think it's safe to say we got a consensus on the next race that we're going to set it up to be an acro race, and if we are slower, but that's okay. We'll get faster, right?
If we're able to practice an acro, we'll be able to get faster.
I don't know if you guys can
slow
see,
is
but
smooth and smooth is fast.
I don't know if you guys can see, but I play guitar, and it's a funny story. I'll tell you about that in a second. But I teach music quite often, and you can learn the wrong way. That makes it so much harder whenever you get past the beginner level. And I think that when I first got into FPV, I was angle around the yard, and I think that's good so you don't scare yourself off with it,
Right.
But I think as soon as you can, and Double A says here, especially with brushless motors, angle is better for brushed whoops.
For brush.
I don't think you can really argue with the results from Whooptopia. When you got people flying tiny whoops like what was being flown at Whooptopia, and like Head does in infinity loops and that kind of stuff, it's amazing what we can do indoors with a tiny whoop right now, and or a whoop right now, and I'm excited, and I want to continue to learn the right way. The funny story I was going to tell you about guitars is my wife and I were high school sweethearts, and we got engaged and went up to her family's house in West Virginia, and she has an uncle that's a park ranger, forest ranger all of his life, and he said he told my wife, we were still in college, he told my wife, he said, there's 2 people in life never trust: a preacher and a guitar player. Never trust either one of them. And several years ago, he came back and everything, and I said his name and said, do you remember telling us there's 2 people in life that you can never trust, and that's a preacher and a guitar player? And he was like, yeah. He said, you do both, don't you? And I was like, yeah. He said, see, point taken. How's it going?
Yeah. Has anybody seen
anybody?
Who's the like the real rocket scientist? I don't think he's a rocket scientist. Chris Rosser. Has anybody seen his video about setting up feed forward from acro mode into angle mode?
I've seen so many videos, I probably can't tell you what all I've seen.
Well, you'd remember it because the title of the video is very cleverly "Angle Mode Sucks and This Is Why," or something along those lines. And everybody's saying about the same thing. I'm great acro outdoors, and
I fly acro even inside.
I don't even fly inside my house. My wife loves me and lets me live indoors. So I just don't fly inside my house. But Chris Rosser, there you go. Chris Rosser, I don't know if he figured it out or he just knew it was there. He's kind of the beta flight guru wizard.
I've watched him.
He's got a good tutorial video about setting up feed forward in angle mode. And fun fact, we had Steven's quad, the little purple one, we had it set up doing that at that race. And it took the kind of the float and the overshoot and the swerviness out of it, where it felt more like you were flying in acro. I'm wondering now if as this gets dialed in and becomes more commonplace, is there going to be a trend to move towards this kind of hybrid? It's not like Horizon mode where you're in angle mode until you bang the stick and it'll let go and let you flip
Right.
but it won't let you roll or freestyle or anything like that.
There's already things. There's something called feed forwarding. There's something called absolute control. There's something that actually
feed
integrates
forward.
your yaw into your turning, so you ain't got to use the yaw so much. And it's especially designed for angle mode and indoor racing and stuff like that. But now the way things are,
up on what I was going at, that
feed forward.
Quicksilver is already working it in.
Yeah, the feed forward thing, yeah, you definitely want less smoothing on your channel as much when it comes to racing. Like if you're doing HD freestyle, you want a lot more feed forward versus racing. That gives you an idea.
Yeah.
That makes sense,
8-Bit says he hears that Quicksilver angle already has that baked into it. So
yeah, it does.
Speaking of that,
I didn't know
Has
that.
anybody put anything on Quicksilver?
I have not yet.
Anything on Quicksilver?
Casey and I were talking about it.
We were talking about doing.
We're talking about it today, and let me get my Tinywhoop case.
And I am interested about flashing one of mine too and experimenting. Yes, definitely, because I'm all about black box logging and tuning and all that good stuff. So
the Project Mockingbird stuff, that's more about the
Tiny
firmware
Hawk
on your ESCs.
Yeah, well,
that's government conspiracy stuff.
Project Mockingbird is actually
a conspiracy theory from the 60s.
yeah, that too. But it goes through your whole PID and feed forward and smoothing, RC smoothing. It does all that. So Project Mockingbird, it's more like something based towards Tiny Hawk and stuff like that. And I don't know, that's more of a if you like it kind of thing. Project Mockingbird kind of veers off course towards another area, but it's also good. Some people find it good and some people hate it. So there's differences. Some people are in between. You know, it just like what do we say this whole hobby is kind of based on what you like and what you don't like. But the Project Mockingbird, I started researching that when I got my Easy Pilot Pro, my new Tiny Hawk, and it actually made it fly worse. It made it fly a little better indoors, but outdoors, no. So I had to actually
Mockingbird AA. I think he's right. It's more of a tune.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's a tune. It's a specific tune.
It's not a firmware.
No,
I think it works in conjunction with Betaflight.
No, it is. Yes.
Or Quicksilver.
Or
I'm excited. I would be interested in converting something to Quicksilver.
EmuFly and Betaflight, and now I think it works with Quicksilver too, or it did work with Quicksilver. Something like that. Yeah.
I'm gonna switch cameras to this for just a second, gentlemen, so people can see it.
Hey,
this is the Walksnail. We're going to try to flash it tonight. We probably will. I don't know if we'll do it on stream or not. We'll just see how chat continues to go. If you want to see us do that, just type flash in
don't
chat,
just type flash. We'll get kicked off YouTube.
Yeah, there he goes. Boogity. This is a build that I transferred, motor burn up in it. You can see the things on it, but this is just a standard. That's the Diamond AIO. This is just a build that I did. It still has the PH 2.0 on it, so it's old. But I'm thinking about flashing this to Quicksilver before the next race and just seeing what it's like and bringing it for people to give it a try. And I'll show you something here, because we're all for noobs and people new to the, you get your frames, it comes in the little box and all of this. There's well, you want to call it redneck, you can call it redneck. I'm all right with that. There's a redneck way, something else you can use these boxes for. You get you a good case. It actually, if you flick it like this, it will hit the gate better, but it makes face punching a lot more dangerous. It's not floaty. It's not floaty at all.
I'm gonna pause my camera real quick. I just thought of something. I'm gonna pause my camera and run out of the room real quick. I will be right back. Y'all keep going.
That's perfect for a case.
So yeah, that's a poor man case right there. If you get you a frame and you ain't got the money for a 3D printer or whatever to print you a case, and it actually does pretty good. It keeps it pretty stable. So yeah, flash nipples.
Not that kind of flash. Not that kind of flash.
Not that-
Marcel, you'll have to go to a different channel for that.
Wrong channel.
Wrong channel. Yeah.
Wrong channel,
network.
Marcel.
Wrong network too. It isn't the right tube.
If y'all remember during the race, you can go back to the live stream on the race and see that Phil Blaster
This is YouTube.
does the flash right in the middle of the race.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So-
that was weird. Why did he do that?
Some of us are just broken, you know.
Well, trust me, I'm aware. I make a living on it.
Yeah. Well, I would say that's pretty broken, but yeah. So,
Yeah.
wanted Marty, can you see that?
Oh, I see it.
Do you know
I
what that is?
see
They
it.
come in pairs. They come in
Yeah,
pairs.
I see it. I see it. I'm coveting. I
Well,
think,
no,
I
don't
think
do
somebody
yours.
made those for me, didn't they?
Yes.
They
yes,
did.
Thank you.
And
Thank you very
I'm going to
much.
hold this up.
We made you a case,
Oh.
too.
Now,
hard
hold
to
on.
make
I don't
out.
know
Did
how
that,
this is-
did that say Fat
Hold on.
Pastor on it?
Hold
Look
on,
at there.
I don't know how well this is going to work.
Look,
There we go.
oh, I can see it. Wow. Thanks, guys.
Absolutely.
Look at there.
So,
Tastes to
That's
have
awesome.
friends in high places, doesn't it?
Well, I don't know about high
Here's your
places,
little-
but
You said
Amazon's
case.
my
I
friend.
forgot about them. There's your little,
The Whoop box.
Yeah.
your little
Wow.
wood box and your antenna adapters.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you. Thank you
Steve
very
will take
much.
care of
Yeah,
that.
they printed them
If
up.
any- If anybody needs anything for 3D printed, feel free to reach out to us. We'll see what we can help you with. We're debating starting a farm up. We can get
I
enough
might-
interest in it.
I might hit you up because I need me one of them Whoop cases myself. Maybe two.
Yeah,
So, if you can, Marty, do this for me.
Thank you.
The Walksnail one, or any of the whoops you've got that have got HD on them. How tall are they? Like, if you were sitting on the table, what's the highest spot off the floor?
33.
Let's see. I can tell you.
33? Was that just a guess?
No, he's
those sound cool. Well-
he's farting in the wind.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Let's watch me be right. 33 centimeters.
I bet it's closer to 40.
Centimeters.
Yeah, 40,
What's a
41.
what's a centonanometer?
That's 1/100th of a nanometer, if I'm correct.
Yeah, it's 1/100th
42.
of a nano.
42. 41.
Perfect.
No, 41.
42 for the Walksnail.
And then it's
See,
38 for the regular one.
because we can't show the Walksnail without showing the Hdzero. I
That's
mean,
right.
I would not be a good shield if I didn't.
I think
do
it's
this.
similar because
I think it's similar too.
well, I think actually the HDZ is a little more squished, isn't it?
More squished.
Squashed.
Scientific term.
42.
Ah,
Right about the
42.
same. They're both right
42
about the
they
same.
answered
42
everything.
by, I can give you the cross section too.
Double A says, wait, we're all broken. If we weren't all broken, men like Marty wouldn't have a line of work.
That's right.
one
120
there.
and a half across
Yeah.
outsides of the ducts.
Oh, that must be
Yeah.
a 75.
Yeah. Yeah, these are 75s here. All three of these
Yeah.
are.
The box we've got laid out now, the case we've got laid out now is that you had mentioned wanting you gave us a 65 box and said, can you blow it out 2
Yes.
millimeters? That's
the-
what this black one right here is.
Okay. That's for the Meteor 65 Pro.
Yep.
That's this is what I'm wanting to tune up and get to be my main flyer, because that's another thing that I noticed about the Whooptopia is that a lot of the pilots were using the Meteor 65 Pro frame,
Do you know why?
That's 35 millimeter props, and
Bingo.
and you got 4 more millimeters per motor of disc space for no
Yep.
gain in weight. It's less than 1 gram gain in weight with the props.
Yeah. So
That's
you've got
awesome.
a appreciable amount of increased thrust.
Right. But the problem I've run into, and we're going to see if 4.4 fixes this, is the tune on this thing compared to the tune on the one that Phil and I was flying, the 65 millimeter.
Yeah.
The regular one, it's vastly different. You put that
Yeah.
same, because that's all this is. I just took a regular Mobula 6. This is all stock, same motors, everything with the BT 2.0, and I just moved it to this frame and put the 35 millimeter props on it, and it flew like a bag of hammers when when I first set it up. And it'll give you the difference between a 75 millimeter and that. So the tune is way different. I mean, the frame is more flexible than a regular Meteor 65. I don't know if y'all can see this. Let me see if I can show you. See how that board sticks over the duck there a little bit?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Hdzero board sticks over just a little bit. So you got to have a little bit more soft mounting between the flight controller and or you just make it, get longer screws is what I did, because the Hdzero is setting right on it.
Right on top of it. Yeah.
And
it's actually hanging over.
Yeah. But this thing flies like a 75 millimeter outside.
Yeah.
I think it's every bit as fast as this quad right here, which is the Hdzero. Now this has got the 1002 motors on it and 40 millimeter bi-blade props. I think this quad is just as fast as this quad, but it's in the smaller footprint.
Right.
So,
so it flew good, or it did not fly as well?
Yeah.
The tune is bad. I'm not good at tuning. That's the problem, is I'm not real good at tuning.
That's me.
My process in tuning was
Tuner.
I would slide the master multiplier up or down, and I was actually on Aaron Ciotti's live stream.
That's your first problem.
No,
I'm playing. I love you, Aaron. If you're watching this,
we're not going to talk bad about other channels.
That'll get you some fan points.
Hey, Aaron Ciotti is my buddy. I love Aaron.
Yeah, we're not going to run anybody down on it. And but
who's running anybody down? Nobody's doing that. Nobody doing that.
But
nobody doing that.
I was on his channel, and I was like, hey, I'm trying to tune this thing with the master multiplier, and it flies better at 0.85 master multiplier. And Aaron was like, oh, you got something wrong with with your hardware. And generally that's the case. And I think when he got his Mobula 6 and was tuning it, I think he ended up going down to like 0.90 or something. So it is different. And I've questioned on how much. I know that the Hdzero VTX does put out some noise. How much of that is electrical noise from the VTX or what? But there's so much to learn.
So if you can get that one tuned and flying, is it going to be for racing or freestyle?
I think I got it close. And then Casey and I on a channel one night took it and put not Chris Rosser. Whose presets was it that we put on there?
Well, we put UAV text on there.
UAV text,
but then we tweaked it.
And the prop wash is gone.
Or PIDs?
All of it.
Everything.
Okay.
Yeah, we completely changed it. The
filters.
It got rid of the prop wash, but it's very floaty. When you let up off the throttle, it's like flying Velocitron. It's
that means most likely your dynamic throttle idle is still up a little bit. Like it's probably on 35 and it needs to be on 30. So yeah, stuff like that. We got to go in and fine tune that. That mean you never got to do.
In the chat, AA said, I don't know how to pronounce this name. AHREN. Aaron
Ciotti
knows the micros. I don't know who
Yeah,
that is.
Aaron.
Is that somebody?
Yeah, Aaron definitely knows the macros. You don't know Aaron
Who is
Ciotti?
that?
You don't know Aaron
Oh, okay. I've
Ciotti?
never heard anybody refer to him as Aaron.
Oh yeah,
I just know him
Ciotti
from YouTube. I
FPV.
don't know him in real life. Okay,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah,
know that channel.
yeah.
I don't know
Ciotti
him in
FPV.
real life, at least not enough to call him by his first name.
Yeah, I've learned quite a bit of my actual CLI tricks from him, and quite a bit of other stuff
Yeah.
too. But he flies the heck out of them micros in his house all the time.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
makes
Double
it
A
look
says,
like
however, he's a
second
freestyle
nature.
pilot and tunes to freestyle.
Yes,
Yeah.
not
Very
race.
good.
That was a
Not,
lesson I learned at your race. Phil helped me. If you're a good freestyle pilot, your tune is not going to look much like a really good racing pilot.
yeah.
You
Your
know,
Right.
rates
the
will be
guys of us
different.
that go fly in the
Yeah.
yard, and it's like, well, I'm going to do whatever. Y'all want to race around
Right.
the apple trees? Great. We'll race around the apple trees.
Right.
You want to go do flips and stuff? We'll do that. But if you're
Mhm.
serious about it, those tunes are going to be radically different.
Well, see,
Look,
I've got like on my switches, I've got where I can switch between my PID profiles, and now with 4.4 you can have it
Yeah.
before. And like I have one for freestyle, one for racing, one for just HD cinematic, and then I also have different PID profiles that I have, like, you know, higher end for my freestyle and then my lower end for racing. Lower PID profile. But yeah, I do that a lot with certain quads. Some
yeah.
I
I
like to
mean,
just race with, and some I like to freestyle with. So.
8-bit is saying here that, some of Ciotti's stuff is outdated opinions and all. This is something that I
True.
that I think and I want to promote on our channel, on this channel, is that this stuff is changing so much. From I've back in the day, I've built identical quads, and if you're going to race, you'll do this. You'll build identical quads and tune them the same way, and they still be a little bit different because the motors are not the same. The props are, I mean, even if you have the same motors, maybe one's a little weaker or maybe your gyro's not a little bit right. So I shy away, and I encourage Casey also, and I think a lot of, because us FPV pilots, we're opinionated people. You got to be there. You got to have a level of stubbornness to stay in this hobby, and we tend to think that our way is the best way. And he's talking about that. Ciotti's made comments that 75 millimeter can't fly good indoor. Well, Colin from Infinity Loops clearly flies 75 millimeters good indoor, and I don't think Aaron
And I do
is saying
too.
I don't think Ciotti's saying that Infinity Loops is wrong. It's just that we tend to promote what we know,
Yeah.
and I want to be one that's quick, especially in what I do. I'm quick to say I don't know, and I
Right.
don't have all the answers, and let's
Same
figure
here.
them out together and
Right.
see what works. I went to
For all of
I
us.
went to Alex Campbell's house one time and flew with Evan Turner, Propsicle, Shames, and Alex Campbell and Bird Dog and a few other people, and I let him fly my 5-inch quad and asked him. Said, was it pretty good? And he looked at me and said, no, for one.
I've had that happen.
and I was like, well, is there any? I said, can you make it better? He said, well, I can help make it better. He said, but good, no, because I was running like eco motors and stuff on it and all. And he said, the first thing he said, what's your rates? And this is Evan Turner, one of the best pilots in the world. And my rates were like at 800 or something. He was like, man, he said, that's what the 533 is. He said, that is my rates. So I put my rates down to 533. And for racing, now that 533 sucks if you're going to do flippity flops. You're going to go up and do a spin or snap. You can't snap roll with it. It's not going to snap roll at 533 degrees per second.
Right.
But when you're coming in and you're zipping around the corner and you need to make that very accurate turn, yes, 533, 600, somewhere around there degrees per second is I mean, hey, can you argue with someone that's as fast as Evan Turner, like we were talking about earlier with the acro angle? Can you argue with T-Dog, somebody that can fly a 65mm Tinywhoop as fast as he was doing it? I mean, he's doing something right, I would think.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so I tend to think that, you know, I want to learn from Ciotti. I want to learn from Colin, and, you know, I make my opinions. I don't prefer a 5-inch racer. I don't. Just me personally. I prefer to race a 3-inch. When we have a summer race, T-Rec, I'll be this right here, or a tiny trainer will most likely will be what I put up head to head against a 5-inch 6S racer, because for one, I'm old and recovering from a head injury, and I can only think so fast. You know, I put on, if you go to a race with Evan Turner's there and put on a goggles while he's flying,
Oh, it's nutty watching him.
it makes me sick.
Yeah.
You know, not sick because I can't fly that way, but sick because I don't even see how. I
It's
love
pretty
this.
wild.
In my opinion,
In my opinion, that's your opinion.
That's just your opinion.
I love it, Blizzard. That's a great one.
I will
So,
say
yeah.
this. I think it's nice to have, like, with some of the guys on YouTube and stuff, they'll go, these are my rates, like the 533. He's like, that's where it comes from. Those are my rates. A lot of people will put their rates on. I think an important thing to realize is, you know, just like nobody's, if me and Casey both drove a Corvette, our seat's not going to be in the same spot. We might both have a Corvette. It might have the exact same tune on it, same tires, same wheels, same suspension, same everything. But our seat is not going to be in the same spot. Pedals aren't going to be in the same spot. I might want my shifter pedals adjusted differently. I think knowing other people's rates and how they get the effect that you are looking for is a good starting point. But I think it's very important to learn to tune your rates. Find a good starting point. Start at a spot where you feel like you've got control of it, so you're not more worried about getting a flyaway or tearing your new quad up. And then like watch some videos on how to tune. You know, don't worry. I flew for a long time. Somebody on YouTube's like, here's my rates. Everybody asks how I fly like this indoors. Here's my rates. So I put them in there, and I did not fly like that at all. Like, not even close. I grew to fly around those rates. Those became my rates because I never went back and changed them. But much like Marty, I asked somebody else that was much more experienced, hey, would you take a second and fly my quad and tell me, you know, how close am I? Am I in y'all's world at all? And it was like one lap, no, not even close. Like, why is it doing this? Why is it behaving this way? Are you willing to try something else? Yeah, let's tune. And I think I got a much better flying quad. Now, am I going to tweak that to my liking? Yep.
Absolutely.
But I started seeing in my goggles what I had only been seeing in videos.
Yeah.
You know, I learned, oh, this is how they know when to start turning before a corner, so they really just turn it in that corner. You know, it like that's how they're doing that. It's tough, but you got to get the biggest part of it. You got to feel like you got to have control of it. You can't be scared to break your toys, but you don't want to break them on purpose.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I've had friends that build quads and they leave them hanging on the wall and never fly them, and then they become obsolete. I like what Blizzard says here. He says he sucks at tunes, therefore he's never tuned one quad in 4 years.
Oh,
and
wow.
He's got 16 builds. Well, I was telling Casey today, I used to be really good. The guys in our Discord would ask me to help them get their quads right on 3.5.7. I took the time and studied it, figured out what works, and then I've developed all of these quads. These quads. I have over 30 something quads. I'm gonna remove you there for a minute, Casey, so you can work on yourself. And he seemed to be sticking his fingers in his eyeballs, so I think he's having a problem. But and I was telling Casey, you know, we tuned that Mobula. I messaged Steven about it. We finally got that Mobula moved over to the Boxer and got it all set up. I don't have it on 4.4, but I have it on the 4.3.1 that Happy Model recommends. Got it working. It flies pretty
Leave
good.
It there.
Okay. But I was telling Casey, I was like, I have, and some people are going to look at me and go, what? I have over 35 quads between Tinywhoops and racers. This Racer X, I have 3 of these because I like to race them. And the last race I was at Fields, I don't know if you can see this antenna, if you hit it just right on the gate, you pull that cap right off of it. And I did that. But because I had another one set up just like it, I pulled it out of the bag and was ready to go. And like my tiny trainers, I have 4 of those, and 3 of them are built the same, and tunes are not the same. But the problem is like, let's say 4.4 does end up being the best Betaflight. Well, okay. Well, then that's only going to be for a year, maybe 2 years, and then something else is going to come out. I ain't got time to be flashing, you know, my Tinywhoops alone. I got 11 Tinywhoops.
Yeah, I'm not a chronic firmware changer.
Yeah, and my reason, if it's, and I agree with Blizzard, if it's flying and it's flying okay, leave it alone.
Yeah, leave it be.
That's my thing. But now, you know, I'm wanting to make the move to the Boxer. I like the way that it feels, and I'm running the Ranger module in the back of the Boxer, and it won't run the older Express LRS. So all of my Express LRS,
that Ranger's not backwards compatible.
Yeah, all of my Express LRS, I've got to. Are you all right now, Casey?
I think I had to take my right contact out, so
okay.
My left one's next.
So if he's going, "Arr," we know that's why.
I'm halfway blind.
So, that's the thing. I'll get it there eventually, and then I'm going to leave it alone. I'll be one that leaves it alone and just says,
after 4.4, I would update mine due to the digital issues and all that being fixed, and the OSD and the MSP port, all that being added. But after that, like you said, I would leave it alone. This is a good stopping point and a good time to upgrade.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with Blizzard more. Flying is what I like to do. Now, and you know, but you know, I like to build. I like to build a little bit, and
I'm a builder and tuner. And
but all of that, but when and I think your opinion may change a little bit, Casey, when you get 10, 12 quads.
Yeah.
You know, you'll be like, I like the new tunes and stuff, but who's got time to do that?
Yeah, I understand that.
And you know, some people do. And thank God for those people, because they help us out. So,
yeah, it takes a lot of time. It definitely takes a lot of time and detailed work.
That's one thing I'll say I miss. Like I haven't put it out yet, but I made a new YouTube video this morning because as those of you looking back at me on the monitor know, I had to get a new ELRS module after the last race.
Yeah.
But and I had to install it, and I wanted to do kind of a bit of a tutorial. I say when I make videos like that, I'm like, this isn't a how-to, it's how I did. You know,
right?
It's what worked for me. But
there you go.
I will say, there's one thing about ELRS. It's like when the firmware changes, it's like you look around and you go, oh, this is a lot of receivers that I just don't want to sit and change. So I actually said in my video, I know there's 2 releases or 3 releases have come out since the one I'm flashing. You flash whichever one you want. I'm flashing this one because it matches all my receivers, and I don't want to change them. This version is working fine for me, and I'm gonna stick to it. I know there's a newer version. Don't care.
Well, here soon they're making it to where you will have to move forward.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eventually, it'll be just all receivers come out with version 3 or better.
Yeah, we got people talking in the chat talking about their rates. Double A I just had it up there. He said that he prefers 3-inch. The downside of that is turtling. Yeah. In my yard, and when we set up an outdoor race at the church, the lanes, I will probably go over that with like the push mower, and like it's like try to get it fairway, kind of, kind of close for like golf course fairway.
Why is that the case? Because like in my 2.5 Phantom, I have no problems turtling ever.
Because
you will.
They're flat on top. This is my little 3-inch. I just got up and kicking today, and they're flat on top. So when it lands face down, you don't have like a camera dome, and the 3-inch props are just almost not enough. Steven got it to do it today, and then he got good at it. And he's like, "Now you got to be careful. It'll go over 3 or 4 times. You'll keep landing on your top."
Yeah.
See, this doesn't have an issue at all. But I built this
in certain situations it will. If you put the same ratio of grass, I mean, it's just a bigger quad. So you got bigger props that can get you out of, half-inch grass may be the same thing as 2-inch grass on a 5-inch.
Yeah.
So and it's just I like to cut the grass lower. 8-bit says he learned on 1,000 100. Now he's down to the 800s. Yeah. I can remember the days wherever I can remember one time setting I can remember setting my rates to 1,500 one time to do a flippity flop video.
I set mine to like 10 and then like 840. 10, 840 with the expo of 42 or 36, something like that. That's usually what I would do. But isn't 1 or 10 too sensitive? It's like throw it all.
I don't know.
10 is the sensitive as you can get, the lowest setting you can go.
Yeah. He said he was running in the 900s sometimes and brought it down for precision. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, 600 is if you're wanting to do the snaps and the spins, if you want to pop up above the tree and do the spins and stuff, it's too slow for that. It is, but racing, hey, it's definitely better to have, I think, below 700 at least.
Yeah, definitely. Do you use actual rates or do you still use Betaflight rates?
Betaflight.
I do Betaflight rates.
See, I use actual rates. So.
Yeah, I was thinking about the numbers you were saying. They sounded a little wonky, and then it hit me. I'm like, he's in Betaflight, or he's in actual, not Betaflight.
Actual. Right.
No, I still tune on Beta. No, when I got to the church last month, I was at 1360.
Okay, yeah.
My pitch and roll. I was indoors at 1360, and then that's when I let Phil fly, and he's like, "These rates are a little high."
Yeah, no wonder
this was a lot high. Yeah. So what did you settle on?
I mean,
what did you settle on? Around 6?
He's got me down now around 560 or something like that. And even Steven commented, he's like, "Dad, you're a lot more dialed in now at home." Again, we practice outside. Our house is
I do too.
Not large.
Mine isn't either.
And it's a lot of it's kind of like a blind corner in the central part of the house. It would be very easy to not know somebody was coming from, say, the kitchen through the dining room to the living room, and really hurt somebody. So if we'll fly in the house occasionally, but it's like a hot lap just to see if it's going to hover. Or just if it's going to control well, if it's real windy or a yucky day outside. But
I don't worry about.
We have to practice outside.
Yeah, I do too. If it's 65 millimeter, I don't worry about hurting anything in the house. But anything bigger than that, 75, you can hurt. You can crack a TV with it, maybe. But other than that, I wouldn't worry about hurting. Well, yeah. If you get somebody in the wrong place, I guess we've seen proof of that.
A Tinywhoop and long hair is no.
Yeah.
Well, keep it away from long hair.
Yeah.
Blizzard says he got a 4-year-old quad. Still to this day. I've got some. Actually, I sold Casey a Tinywhoop that was, what was it running? 3.1. 3.1.
1, yeah, I think.
3.1
so.
point something.
Yeah,
And
3.1.2, I think.
So 8-bit has said why I
It
use
doesn't
the
now.
avocado on my quads. Is that a reference to Quicksilver?
Yep. The avocado is. I think it's the symbol for.
Yeah, because I remember seeing
Quicksilver.
that thing, and that's an odd thing. Like you could have come up with so many logos for Quicksilver, and you went with an avocado.
Yeah, yeah. I don't understand it. But,
Like,
I don't know how to pronounce your name. How would we pronounce that name?
Ethics?
Ethics.
yeah, he's been saying some
Kinda like
smart things, and I didn't know how to
ethics.
say his name or her name
Yeah.
or their name.
Yeah, ethics. It says if it plays, it stays. That's it. Yeah. If it's, I always say, fly what you got. Fly what you got.
Yeah, run what you brung, baby.
And I think the rate thing is it, as we've alluded to, it really depends on what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
When you dial it back, you don't get the flippies, but you get so much more control when you do have to do, the tight maneuvers like the corkscrews or the dive gates.
That's correct.
You can move that stick a lot more, get a lot less travel.
That's correct.
So you can do way more dice.
Yep.
How do you find a compromise though when your race coordinator, looking at you, Marty, says, "Oh, I got a good idea for a dive gate. Let's put it at the top of a stairwell." Okay, so you got to get
You notice we took
through it and out of it.
we took that out of the race like 2 laps.
Because when I got there, my 1350 rates was the only one that could flip over fast enough to not fly to the bottom of your stairs.
Right. So yeah. So on the race building side, tuning and race building is track building is some things I've got to learn. I mean, I do want to put a dive gate in, and I got an idea about how to do that, and it be. I was actually flying yesterday there, and there's the three or four fans. I think it's 4 fans, ceiling fans. That's right down the center. I was taking the regular Mobula that we just flashed, and I was flying up to the fan, flipping over. Now this is at race rates. Was flipping over, selling over the blades, and then split S-ing and coming back around up underneath it.
Well, that's
that's with a Mobula Meteor, a Mobula 6. So Mike Bergman asked a question. No kidding, the Boxer isn't reverse compatible.
Something we'll have to research.
Will it go to? Yeah, it is at 3.0.
That Ranger module is not reverse compatible. It will not do anything. You got to bring everything up to it.
Yeah, and see with mine, because Mike, I'm an airplane pilot also, so I know to some people this is blasphemy. When I bought the Boxer, I bought the 4-in-1, and I have the Ranger Express LRS module in the back.
I think it's the only smart way to do it.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm an ELRS fanboy. Everything I've got right now is ELRS, but there's some things.
So many older things.
No, I think if everything you had to add a receiver to something, or you could choose your protocol, I think ELRS is the way to go. But I mean, sometimes there's just things you're going to run into. You find a deal on something, you've got an old faithful you want to fly, and there's just no getting it to ELRS. Why would you lock yourself into one protocol? Especially when the ELRS protocol works well with a module. I say get a 4-in-1 and then get the module for your daily drive.
But and I agree because I'm an airplane guy. But that's one of the things that I think makes this hobby so great. It is so subjective.
Yeah.
What me and Scott like, the younger guys down here in the bottom might be like, I don't care nothing about no Horizon Hobby airplane or something like that, But, and I'm not speaking for y'all, but it's I think it's what makes the hobby great is that that you make it yours. You fly your stuff. You fly it your way. You fly your rates. You fly your tune. You fly your PIDs.
Right. Amen. Right.
That there was a stage that I went through that I would be so upset with this because I couldn't find a set of powder blue props to match the frame. There was a time when I cared more about how it looked and we've all been there, don't y'all? So people are. That's why we put LEDs all on the outside and then put goggles on. You can't see them LEDs.
Oh, I like to color match my motor wires. I love that Tinywhoop will sell colored motor wires, and their motors have circuit boards so you can change those colors. Because I like for everything to match. Now I'll wreck it 3 or 4 times, and I'm like, I don't care what color it is. Let's just get it fixed.
And you get to a race, and you bend a motor bell, and you've got like 2 25,000s on with 2 19,000s, just trying to get through the race.
That happens. That happens.
I think it happened at our race, didn't it?
It did. I don't think we ever got that one flying yet.
Double A says, Blizzard, you're right on point. I've only tried to tune a couple out of many I've built. Build nice and tight, no tune required.
Wow. Well,
yeah, that's you know,
that's the beauty of the investments they've made in Betaflight now and the presets.
Yeah, and the thing is, you fly what you got, you do you, let me do me. And we'll just get together and fly, you know. Let's like
RotorFly said it right here. Make it work for you.
Yeah, and I'm way behind the Baby 8. You know, there's those motors were on the original Tiny Hawk. They're what 5-6 years old, but hey, the thing flies great.
Oh yeah, that's what.
And
yeah, my 8.
And some people are paying as much as for the Baby 8 as they are for a set of motors, you know. So, fly what you got. And no kidding, the first multi GP race I went to, I flew a bind and fly. I had 2 of them, identical, bought them right together. Both of them come. Our Discord group, I think we bought 5 or 6. Diatone 349 rabbits, the 3-inch.
Yeah.
And I had 2 of them that was identical. The tunes weren't they weren't even, the D term wasn't even nowhere near close on 3.5.7. When I set them both to the same, one of them went when it took off. And then they were the same built stuff, supposedly off the same line. But I was flying that 3-inch quad, and Phil was over my shoulder telling me how to get through the gates. And I was passing people that had 5-inch quads with 6S on it, and they were getting mad. And, you know, of course, the Diatone Rabbit was a very fast quad, but, you know, fly what you got. I had a good time with it, and I was flying my race. I was just focusing on trying to get through the gates and beat my best time. When I fly, you guys will notice I'm generally not flying against y'all. I'm usually flying against me. I'm always about trying to beat my best time. Now, if I make it to a finals and there's a chase to the ace, of course I'm competitive. I want to win. You know, I want to pass you and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, that's the thing I like about racing is I can set up a timer in my front yard, and I can run a course, and it tells me, you know, Phatpastor 15.29 seconds, and I make a little change to my quad, you know, lower the PIDs down a little bit or the rates down a little bit or something like that, and I start noticing or try a new line, and I'm noticing I'm knocking half a second off consistently. So I mean, you can race against yourself all by yourself. So that's one of the reasons why I like it.
Do it on Velocidrone all the time.
Yep, and Velocidrone, yeah. Which we need to get together and do some Velocidrone streams.
Yeah, definitely.
I was afraid y'all were going to say that. You think I'm bad flying in real life? You ought to see me try to play a video game flying on this thing.
Have you tried it? Have you tried it with your goggles on?
I have not, but I'm excited about that.
With those HD zeros, you just take the HDMI in, bang, and you're right there.
Steven showed me that trick. He's like, "Hey, look what we can do," and then he's picked up a set. I don't know if that's public knowledge or yet not.
Well, I mean, it's just getting them from Marty. So
right. They're waiting right over here. I don't know if you've heard them every night. They say, "Steven."
Hey, Casey, what did you ever figure out with that beta FPV module? Did you get anything done with it? Or did you throw it in the box and forget about it?
It's fried.
So I learned when we got home Yeah, it's fried.
I even took it apart and it stinks.
If I don't even know if people in the chat are even listening to us or not, but here's a little public service announcement. And I'm going to assume it's true for just about any beta F or any ELRS type module, or maybe even any module. In an attempt to figure out what went wrong at that particular moment, and except for the four of us, maybe one other in the crowd there, what happened was like 2 seconds before our heat was supposed to start, my radio battery went dead. My transmitter battery went dead. So in a rush, I grabbed the next battery on the table, which was a 3S. My radio has a 2S in it. Was a 3S.
Anything over 2S
and plugged it in. And on the websites for Beta FPV and just about everywhere else, they will tell you those modules can run anywhere between 6 and 12 volts. That is true.
Nothing over 2S though. Nothing 3S. If you put anything 3S to it, it'll fry.
A fully charged 3S battery is well over 12 volts.
Yes.
And I got lucky because the same morning is on Free Sky's website about that old XT9 or X9D.
I'm surprised you didn't fry that too.
I'm really, Stephen will tell you, I spent a long week waiting for that new module that just by just the grace of God, I found a bargain on one on Facebook Marketplace. Some dude's like, ELRS is not for me. Who wants this module? Make me an offer. And I'm like, will you take this? He goes, I can do that. And a week later, I got it in the mail. And my radio is fine, and I got really lucky. Oh,
that's awesome!
I don't even know if Steven's looking. I can see his ceiling. I don't even know if he's looking. Yeah.
Let me do this.
I
don't know if you can hear them because I don't know if you can hear them through the microphone. But got a good fat strap on it.
That is a nice set right there. That is a nice set right there.
Steven!
I need to print me one of those, or get Steven to print one of those eye cup covers.
It kind of sounds like, I don't know if y'all can hear it. It kind of sounds like that song, Oh Sheila, but it's saying Steven. Oh, Steven.
Oh, trust me.
There's another stubby that goes with it somewhere. I think it's in the box.
I'm with it.
Box goggles, and I am not getting rid of my box goggles either. I'm still hanging on to them.
Hey,
I love those HD 3s or HDO2s, not HD3s, HDO2s. But I'm keeping my Sky Zone Cobras. Now I got a pair of Quantums I might let go of.
Well, the first goggles of mine that you tried on was the first non-box goggle, and I still have them, and I don't have them for sale.
Yeah, you didn't want to sell them because I'm like, give me a number.
No, I'm talking about those old Eachine ones.
Eachine, yeah.
Those EV 100s, and all of that fits nicely in the case. Yeah, and I'd sold them for a while and then got them back in a trade again, and I think I'm just gonna hang on to them. I like them. They're good for races for somebody that needs a quick set or whatever. And like I don't y'all wasn't there when the twin boys were there.
No.
Which they were flying a set of box goggles that I brought, and I'm thinking about introducing.
They were having a ball.
Yeah, I'm thinking about introducing them to them and letting them fly. So yeah, I mean I noticed on 8-Bit said that he's still flying his box goggles. Hey, fly yours. Fly what you got.
Oh yeah.
He said his are obscure. They're called Fly Sight. Were those kind of white and kind of went up and down? I think I remember Fly Sight goggles. I can't remember wanting a pair of them.
Which one's the one that's open on the bottom?
That's what I'm thinking. Those are they kind of hung in front of your face. They didn't box you in.
Yeah, I think Grumpy Trev used to fly them.
Yeah.
I think so.
Those were supposed to be really good because of the way they use mirrors. to get the picture. He
Yeah.
said, no, yeah.
Still have a pair of foam box goggles too. Oh, you're talking about the one that was in the foam and just had the screen and it had like a neoprene sock that you wrapped around it.
Oh,
that was the first Hobby King Quantums. I had a pair of those.
Yeah.
Well, that was big time.
Oh, that
when we showed up. We showed up at Park to Fly. I was big time with my Hobby King foam box goggles with the neoprene sock. Yeah. The receiver, one of them big old 5808 receivers that was on the back of your head, and your battery was on the top of your head. It's like, for the love of God, everybody light a match and throw water on me.
Then we got shifty and soldered up a little DVR that we could push on the side.
Oh yeah. I swapped out. I put a diversity receiver on mine. I look like a little green Martian that used to run around with Fred Flintstone. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah,
we had that little green Martian, Kazoo or something. Bazoo, whatever his name was.
We used to laugh about that. We'd put LEDs on our quads and all this kind of stuff, and and even in a set of Fat Sharks, you don't look cool.
The Vipers were the ones that were open on the bottom. That's the ones I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Even with a set of Fat Sharks or Orcas with you get the Starship Enterprise on the front of your face, you still don't look cool. There's no looking cool. When it's that FPV goggles on you.
I think I look very cool with my Fat Sharks on my face.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really cool for your club now. Yeah.
I asked my wife one time, I said, "These goggles make me sexy?" She's like, "No." It's like you answered that way too fast.
Yeah.
Didn't even think about
DVR
it.
Mod, yep. The little Hobby King orange DVR. I remember that.
That's right.
Yeah.
They had the DVR, the Orange RX. They had all that stuff going.
That's right.
I don't fly to look cool.
That's right. No,
there's nothing. Yeah, no. Girls do not dig FPV. Well, some do, but they're flying.
That's why I river dance. I river dance to look cool.
Really?
I'll be right back.
How's that working out for you?
It's not.
I'll be right back.
Every time you open up your mouth, you give away your ignorance.
I get told that about 3 times a day.
Yeah, my wife tells me this all the time.
You big dummy! You big dummy! You big cold-blooded dummy!
Big cold-blooded dummy!
Lord of the dance, Lord of the ladies,
Lord of the dance, Pastor of the dance. That's it.
It would be awesome if everybody from chat, if we could all get together and fly together sometime. Like, some of these dudes may be some of the best pilots in the world under an alias. I don't know. Oh, there's Philly's back. Yeah.
Years ago, back when FPV Freaks was Lost Quad, we got together. It wasn't on a live stream, but we got together in Discord and we'd just all chat and help people fix their quads. And we got together and said, you know what, we need to have a meetup. And if you go way back on my channel, you'll see Wingo Meetup. And that's what we did. About 5 or 6 of us from Ohio to Indiana to Michigan, Tennessee. One was on his way up from Texas, and I think got caught in a flood or something like that. So we had people from all over the country going to show up, and we just spent a weekend. Most of us ended up getting a hotel room and just ended up having a good time, just flying and hanging out with each other. I'm glad to have one less goggle that makes me cool. That's right. I'm
glad he's happy about that, because I think I am more happy that he has
I think I'm gonna have one less goggle too. And a lot of people don't know, but Casey left the race with a set of HDOs with HDO 0 or HD0.
HD0. Yeah.
HDO 0. That all runs together.
Wait, HD zeros or HDOs?
He had a pair of HDO 1s with HD 0 module on the front of it.
Okay, there you go.
That I sold him. So I think he's ordered or something. Got ordered an HD 0, so he'll probably be HD by the race. I'm sure he probably will.
I'm clinging to analog for as long as I can.
I need to go HD 0 on this open racer or stay analog for now. I am so up in the air on it because
If the weather's good, you're going to be there. I'll let you fly my tiny trainer with Hdzero on it.
Yeah. I'm going to take you up on
with the HDOs that's calling your name.
Oh.
Hey.
Yeah, and I'll be driving to Adolphus tomorrow.
Hey,
Do you want me to meet you like Hendersonville? Something.
Is tomorrow is today, Stephen? Is today 1 or 2?
Today's day 1. Yeah. That's how we keep track of off. By
We'll
the
have
way,
to take the dynamic duo, but I'm down. Hey, somebody tell Phil when the race is because he don't know.
It's the 25th. It's on MultiGP. It's on Soki, Phil.
Yeah, I posted in the chat, but it's buried now. I'll do it again.
Yeah.
Hey, so when y'all go to MultiGP, y'all look at. I don't know if y'all can see my pictures I uploaded on my profile.
I love that red 6 on your goggles.
Oh, I printed that.
I saw that. That's awesome, man.
I printed that, but I added another picture tonight.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, but I don't know if y'all can see it or just I can see it. If it's just I can see it, then it's probably not as funny. But if everybody can see it, it's pretty funny. Walksnail is worth a $250 if your goggles can take the HDMI.
I've got it on my HDO tubes. That's part
he's
of
not
the
the first person I've heard say that.
Now I've not done anything with it. I've got this one, and these are the only 2 Walksnails that I have. It's this one, Little Flywoo, and the Mobula 7. And so far, I'm impressed with the picture quality, but I'm not impressed with the range.
Yeah, so the dynamic range was a bit off on them.
Was way off on this.
Yeah, the HD Zeros looked a lot cleaner to me.
Yeah, and with this one, flying it outside, it breaks up a lot faster at 300 milliwatts than my HD Zero. But again, please understand, I'm not knocking them. I have the module, and both of these are stock. I've done nothing to the camera settings. I've just flown them. We're fixing to flash them up. So Phil is saying, let's see that GOG. What GOG are you talking about?
I don't know if he's talking about the ones you were holding up that are calling my name.
Oh, you want to see them again?
Your HD Zeros.
Yeah.
Or
HDO
what?
2s. Yeah, I guess it's what we can show you again.
I don't.
It's got the Fusion. The Fusion module. It's got the Shark Bite updated. I just updated it fully, updated to the last one. We'll actually record now. And it's got the little. Oh,
there's my red 6 for anybody who wants to see it.
That's cool. I like that. I like that. It's just it's the little things like that.
It is.
They're nerdy, but I love them.
Yeah, that's what Phil wanted to see, the 3D printed red 6.
Oh, okay.
So here it is. Wait, I'm so bad at this. This is so backwards. There we go. There it is. And it's mounted. Oh, can y'all see that? It mounts to that little module mount that was on front of it.
Right. You printed that? Did you? I guess you designed that too, right?
A little
bit.
I found a file for the other side of that mount that's on the goggle, and then I just drew a 6 and made it 3-dimensional. Stuck the 2 things together.
Yeah. Now, Brundle said he put it on a 3-inch toothpick. Talking about the Walksnail, and he says the firmware that I did was like 2 weeks ago. Unless they've got a newer one since then. And one of the problems, I could probably show it this time on my bench cam, since I got a little bit better bench cam, I think.
Make that big.
Your bench cam does look better tonight. Did you get a new camera?
I did get a new camera.
Good.
Double A says, what do you go by at MGP, Scott? If that is to me,
the only Scott.
my pilot name. Well, no, there was another Scott in here earlier. Scott Dyson or something.
Davis.
Dixon or
Davis.
something.
Yeah.
Davis. If that was to me, my pilot name is Red 6. On my profile, it says Scott J76, but my pilot name is Red 6. And Phil West said that's the cleanest Stevens Fair used. It was, and let me tell you, they are leading the life of Raleigh. They are flying nice, easy flights every day.
He did say he wanted them to look at me. I got everybody turned off but myself.
That's
he
all
did
right,
say
man,
he
it's
wanted
your
them to
show.
go to a good home. Right.
They're so comfy here. They live out in a heated area in a nice padded box.
Okay. Yeah, he used the beta firmware. Let me show you this before I forget about it here. The part of my problem is, hopefully you can see that under here. The connector, that white connector, the bottom, well, maybe not. The bottom of that connector, see that connector right there?
Yeah.
The bottom of that connector is broken off.
Oh.
And you got to hold to update the Walksnail. You got to hold, see those pins?
Oh, is that where your USB goes?
Well, no, that's where the USB to Walksnail thing to even download you got to hold it real still or you'll bend those pins up. It's, this is what it's supposed to look like here. Let me,
there we go.
Yeah, it's a Molex connector of some type.
Yeah, see, this would be the top. The other one's in upside down. The top of that plastic just snapped right off. Well, it was actually broken out of the box, but I did get it up flashed and all of that. So I don't know. It's just with the races and stuff going on right now, I don't have a whole lot of extra time. So Casey back. Yeah.
Hey, Casey
there we
back.
go. Put his eyeballs back in. So so yeah. What were we talking about?
My HDO2s.
Double A. They got him a good home.
Yeah, my pilot name is Red 6, and that's a Star Wars throwback from A New Hope, from a very bad pilot.
Yeah. Hey, no bad pilots. Just we're all just here to have fun, you know.
In all fairness, bad. He just got blown up.
Yeah. Like Red 6 to Red 5.
Which the way you're kind of fitting.
I can hold it. I mean, let's be honest.
Almost there.
Yeah. I love it that y'all know that bit.
So I know I sent you pictures of my two new whoops that I bought off from Knoxville FPV group. What I failed to mention is one of them is running the the bottle rocket motors from Tinywhoop, the 30,000 kV bottle rocket motors.
Oh yeah, I got a couple sets of those. I haven't put them on yet.
Have you flown them on anything?
I've flown 30,000s before. Yeah, they're fast for racing. They're a bit much for racing.
Yeah, Porkins. These are my people, man. I love our chat group tonight. Shout out to our chat, or I say ours. I barged in on Marty's live stream. Shout out to Marty's.
We're family here, man. We're family here, man.
These guys are
Make
awesome.
yourself at home. Make yourself at home. You've been welcomed. So yeah,
and we appreciate it.
Jump on in. There's a link up at the very top if you want to jump in and be a part with us. We got room for 2 more. So.
8-bit got a set of the 27 iGals. I'm kind of coveting a set of those. I don't know if I should say that with the pastor in the room, but I'm kind of coveting a set of those 27 iGals. I flew Stevens 30,000s today. That's fast. That's like driving the world's smallest Ferrari around the yard.
Yeah.
They'll haul. They're punchy. Now the other one's 26.5s, 26,000.
Yeah, I think they're 26.8s or something.
Even those will get you across the yard pretty quick. And they're only
That
what,
thing's
15?
quick.
Yeah,
I saw
they
him
are.
flying that at the church, and
Yeah.
like that thing's fast.
Yeah, it is very fast. I'm surprised how quick.
Oh, yeah.
They put out some good bind and fly stuff. It's pretty smooth.
Yeah.
I like Emacs. A lot of people hate on Emacs. I like Emacs.
Oh yeah, I love them too. I mean, especially
Is that what you're
the
talking
rush
about?
drops.
Yep.
Yeah. You're killing me.
There we go.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Killing me small.
Like that.
Dude, if you had a set of motors, why didn't you let us change motors when Steven took one?
I didn't even realize until you were like done. I told Casey that I'm not going to be so focused this race on streaming. We'll probably stream the finals,
and I'll stream some of my first lives.
And people have told me, and Double A can probably attest to it, that running a race, running the timer, running the video system, and all of that, it's a lot. It's just a lot to it. And
you know what we could do? Put the cameras up, like in the corners or something. Just let them eat. I think the live stream from the race, the candid stuff, I think that was very popular.
Yeah.
I think that was very appreciated. But I say let them run. You know, maybe not try to sit like you do now and you chair with you and try to host a live stream. Just put the cameras up in the corners and let them have a candid view. This is what's going on. We're having a race.
We'll have several cameras for different rows.
And I was telling Casey that I don't know if I was telling you, Casey, if it was this or if I was talking to Hutch, one of the guys at the church. The fact that most of the people at the race didn't realize as much of the struggle that we were having getting everybody on the right channels and getting the times to read.
Yeah.
That was a lot. There was a lot in that.
We were doing kind of wrong to it. Not wrong, but kind of wrong. Yeah. We learned our mistake.
32,000. Market Zero said he picked it up a set of 32,702s.
There's 32,000?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What, like, I think they're going to come out with an OMGs just next. Just like, what's the KV? OMG?
Yeah.
Just OMG.
155,000.
Just OMG.
If you go full throttle, you'll be in orbit.
Yeah, in orbit.
If you're
So what about this timing thing?
30,000 ESCs.
Double A says it's good to have commentary for the stream also. We did good, or you did good.
Okay. I've actually, Double A, I don't know if you're talking about what we've talked about in the past. I have ordered 2 RotorHazard 8-node blue peel.
Can't wait to build them.
Boards to build them. I'm just going to say this now. Some of you watched the news where Bardwell said that Blunty sent him the parts for the timer. Blunty and I had a deal for Blunty to build that timer and work with the people in Colorado. And now I'm not dissing on Blunty because Blunty had some things come up and he's had to move.
But
he sent them to Bardwell. And Bardwell is either going to build it and do a review on the Delta 5, or I'm going to pay for them to have them shipped back.
Which is what this is.
Right. That right there, that case, let me show you here. That's the internals. I'll explain this a little bit.
What is it? What is it to building this? Is it just assembling the components?
If you see, hold it up, Casey.
It's assembling components. You got to flash these modules, and these are nodes. These are Arduinos.
No, those aren't nodes. Those are Arduinos down
These
there.
are Arduinos.
I started to say that's an Arduino.
Each one of these is a node. Yeah, but I was saying each one of these is a node. The whole each one of these is. I was saying these are Arduinos.
One Arduino to receiver cluster is a node. I'm taking it.
Yeah,
that's correct. What it is it goes Arduino up to a 5808 FPV receiver, which is the silver thing.
Yeah,
but it's not a diversity receiver. It's the single antenna 5808, right? It wouldn't need.
That's correct. It only reading one channel. You're only reading one channel.
Yeah, and you only want to read it at about a foot away.
And then that runs to a Raspberry Pi
3,
which has got loaded software on a SD card,
which it has
RotorHazard, which is RotorHazard.
Maybe I need to watch that RotorHazard stuff because I can't.
If
you're running Raspberry Pi, what's the Arduino bringing to the part?
The Arduino reads each timer each node separately, which is
Yeah,
the 4
each one of
channels that we
these.
were running in the race.
Yeah.
You were on one of those receivers. I was on another one, and another one, and another one.
Yeah.
You know, like me and you
One,
and Casey
two,
and Steven would be on, we each like R1, R3, R5, R7. And so the Arduino is reading, if it, let's say the far left one, what's on our screen, let's say that's R1, and then it goes R3. So it's reading that information, and the Arduino's converting it and sending it to the Raspberry Pi that sends it down the LAN,
which is right here,
the Cat5 cable.
Oops.
Yeah, the Cat5 cable back to
Just that.
our router, which sends it to the RotorHazard on my laptop. So what we're looking at building is it's called a blue peel, and it replaces the 4 Arduinos with one, basically
Just
Arduino.
one. Boom. Yeah.
And then we'll have 6 to 8 nodes. I think we're only going to run 6 nodes because I don't think for what I do, I'm not going to be running 6, and I may only run 4 because we only got the
I couldn't see more than, I couldn't see more than 4 people running inside that place at a time anyway.
And see, like you would just plug her up, boom, just like that.
So so that doesn't communicate via Bluetooth or Wi-Fi to your laptop. It has to have that.
It can.
Well,
no, we don't have to.
What mine is set up for, how we were set up at the race, you probably saw an orange wire that ran across the floor. The timer was in the metal ammo box. The orange wire went to a wireless router. Once we get it set up right, the pilots can log on to that wireless network with their phone and get their race times.
Wireless
you can
router.
look at your race times and all of that, and you see who's up next.
So this would be plugged up to the router.
Corey,
and that would be ran to the computer.
It does work for HD. We were running HDs. Actually, Hdzer's VTX was much better than the Mobula VTXs. The Mobula VTXs were all over the place.
Yeah, weren't they?
The one that Casey had, of course, Casey was having trouble during the race with his Lewis scripts. When he would turn his radio on, it would change his quad back to another channel that other people was on. But the Mobula 6 that he had, it was because it would broadcast on R1 and R7.
Yeah,
they're so far apart. It shouldn't be doing that, but it was doing that. But the Hdzer's were locked in. If you notice if you go back and watch the stream, me and Phil are flying around each other's heads, right around each other's heads, which should be interfering with their goggles.
Well, I kept the reason why, just to show it. This was the reason why it was bleeding out over so many channels.
You got a busted antenna?
We had to replace this antenna, and we figured that out towards the end. I think it was.
Corey Man Zero says that you can add more nodes with a USB port.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's what I was trying to figure.
Yeah,
I'm trying to figure out.
And you can also do it from this too. You can do it internally as well. Just took it straight from one board to the next. You just bridge them.
I've got something. I'll bring it to the race and let you look at it. I have the Immersion RC RF puck.
Oh yeah.
That's a one pilot.
I love that. Well, it works
1 to 2. You can probably maybe do 3 if you space them out. This here.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's Bluetooth, and I've updated it and put the
That's awesome.
Yeah, it hooks to your phone. I've seen people on YouTube.
And hey, this if you want to race, this will help you because you can put it right there on your phone, and while you're in your goggles, it's telling you 15.5, next lap 14.9.
Is that going to be your 2,500 subscriber giveaway item?
It may. It may. I mean,
I wouldn't. I don't think you can get them things anymore.
They're about to start making them again.
2,500. Did you guys see my pinned comment on the win? I was kind of a bit miffed. I don't know did you guys read that?
No.
I was at 1,021 subs. I released the video of the winner, And
I remember the winner's first name was Scott because I got very excited.
Yeah. And at first I was like, wait, no, that's not okay. So I've already contacted him. It's already in the mail. It's already in the mail to him. But
yeah, congratulations.
Immediately, I mean, like within 30 minutes of posting that video, 12 subs.
Yep, gone.
It just, I went from 1,021 to 1,009 in like 30 minutes. And I was just like, hey, if you're just subbing just for the giveaway and which it's okay. I want people to sub if you're going to stay subbed because that's why I would do the giveaway. But if you're just going to turn around and when you don't win, don't tell anybody congratulations or anything like that, just unsub. Then I told him, I was like, because it happened on the 200 sub and there was two women that I noticed. And it probably was the same person because their subs looked the same. I blocked them. They were there before and I was kind of looking through the people and they didn't have anything about FPV in their stuff. And then as soon as, they just saw something about winning and probably would have took it and sold it on eBay or whatever. And whenever I saw it, I banned her from the channel. Just boom. She didn't do that again. So,
boom.
What's he say here?
Double A is talking about jobs for people to have at running a race, and he makes a lot of very good points.
He does. I feel like that'll come into play once we get more people coming to these races.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't make much sense.
Definitely.
3 of the 6 people there to have a job.
We've got the greatest marshal in the world at our races. Just give.
We need to get him a shirt, don't we?
Come on now.
Race crew.
You know I need one.
So
I need one.
There's some samples coming. I don't know what size they are, but I'm sure they're not my size. so there'll probably be some giveaways there. So, we got it coming. We need to get Double A out here sometime. I know are you in North Carolina, brother?
Sure.
I want all of these guys to come.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
These are just the coolest group of guys in the in the chat.
Gate repair,
just awesome.
Set up and tear down. Set up and tear down is a big thing too.
And if we can't get a group of guys together in person, let's all get together on Discord and Velocidrone for a little while.
Yes, that's what I mean. If anybody, I have Jesse Perkins' cell phone number. I have his personal cell phone number. I try not to bother.
Well, let's put it on YouTube and just blow
I have
him up
dogs.
I want to run a Tinywhoop Go race that I can sit and run my mouth like I am here while you guys race and switch between the leaders of the race like Jesse's able to do. I've put it on their Discord and stuff. And I know Jesse's, I think he's still overseas right now.
Wow.
Representing the U.S. So I'm not wanting to bother him, but I would like to I want to learn to do that, to be able to host the race on the Tinywhoop Go, to host the race live and to be able to switch between one racer's feed to the next racer's feed. I don't know how to do that.
Don't switch to my feed. Nobody wants to see that.
Everybody
I can show you what the underneath of a church pew looks like.
Hey, I can fly good under them pews.
We're thinking about doing the Baker's Canyon run.
I love it.
Baker's Canyon race.
Thinking about taking 2 sets of LEDs with the line strobes and run it all the way down a length.
Yeah,
you know what would be funny, like
so you can follow
down the outside alley. Hook,
Hook
can come from the back to the front under the pews around a
my
plan
about
back under the pews up the middle alley like 5 times.
Yeah, my plan is to turn
and
go
out
in between the wall that's there by the parking lot. Have the mobility gates on that walking lane right there. Just have the boom, 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 boom. Have the mobility gates turn around, come back down underneath the pews with LEDs like a runway up underneath there.
Yeah,
strobing up and down. Then you come back out, come up, maybe hit the infinity gate, which would be above it, which are longer, straighter runs, and turn, and then do something in the main aisle with maybe a split S or a dive gate.
Yeah.
And some cubes. Yeah.
and some cubes.
Those
Have a little
fun. We
I
built
like.
after that we bleed cube. We went.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Awesome.
Get you some PVC. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep. We haven't put any LEDs in it yet, but we can see it in the yard just fine.
We went 20 inches, I believe.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
27.
Yeah. The I think the wee bleed's a little big. That the one that the lighted one that I had, I think it's a little big.
Yeah.
But it's it stands out like a turd in a punch bowl, and with the lights off in there, doesn't it?
It does.
Oh yeah,
I know
definitely.
I know what I wanted to ask. Your Tinywhoop cubes, your Tinywhoop gates, do they come apart into like 4 individual gates, or do they always stay that one?
No.
Are they permanently joined and they make a cube or an unfolded 4?
Yeah, it's a line. It's a line or a. Now, I've got 2 gym fans that don't open up at all. They stay cubed, but I have 3 Tinywhoops that, and that was one of them. Phil undid it and put it across the top. Up there. And
yeah, but they won't come apart into like 4 gates.
Not individual ones. No.
Okay.
But you can make a ladder real easy. You can hang it. It makes a quick ladder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So which I had what Casey, probably 30 more gates that we didn't even use.
Yeah, at least
my gosh.
we didn't use any of the mobility gates at all.
I don't think so.
None. No, we didn't. We were gonna put them up on the edge of the pews so you could just have something to go like that, but no, we didn't.
Indiana. Yeah, we need to get double A's down sometime this summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be neat.
We're planning on having an outdoor race. We got 8 acres across from the church and a little pavilion there. People can bring their campers. Now we don't have water hookup or electricity out there, so you can bring your little solar powered generators or whatever, or your regular generators for that matter. We don't care. I got loud enough PA. We can blare your race times over a generator. But yeah, we're planning on doing maybe like a week-long thing this summer out there. Also, something else that I'm thinking about, because I have found out that for global qualifier, you have to be running the LapRF 8. Bardwell talked about that, said that Tony Cake or somebody told him that they're going to do another run of them. If you guys see anybody online, you see those for sale or whatever, message me at PhatpastorFPV@gmail.com or on
what are we talking
Facebook.
about?
The LapRF 8.
The pilot.
It's the elite timer that runs with lifetime and all of that. I will buy it. And
definitely.
So that's why I need you to buy some T-shirts, some mugs, and
help us get this going, guys.
And stickers and all of that stuff. So, because I feel like some of the races in the past where we said that there was a $20 landing fee, and that it was mandatory to have AMA to do a whoop race. What we was, for one, we was at a private business, which, I understand that you do need to make sure that place is, that it's covered, but it was asking a lot of, Corey made you a mod there, bro, so you can post links if you need to. It's asking a lot of somebody to $75 a person for AMA, and then ask them to pay $25 landing fee or $20 landing fee for everybody that come to the race. But the club does have fees, so I'm hoping. I think we've already sold like 11 shirts already, so that's not bad. And I think we got like 30, maybe close to $40 already raised toward the club and things like that.
What is the difference between a landing fee? I'm going to expose my ignorance here. What is the difference between a landing fee and an entry fee?
That's what it is technically.
Just name.
Yeah. So it's just like a $20 one-time fee to raise. Taking off is free, but if you want to land, it's $20.
Right.
Yeah. It's I don't know where the first time I heard it referred to as a landing fee. And it might have been
Probably,
when I got into some of the leadership of Soki when people started to bow out a little bit. The person to ask that would be Double A. He's more AMA. Just say no.
You may just say no.
I also wonder now as far as the AMA stuff, Stephen and I looked into it. If you're not going to with a gasoline combustion engine, you can get that insurance for like $36 a year or $38 a year or something like that. And I'm
Really?
assuming that's what you're talking about. The AMA stuff is
Yeah.
the insurance. So if you fly into somebody's car or head or
Mhm.
something,
Yeah.
But I have flown at one place, and I will say it was a small club. I only went there one time, and I don't know if it's still a thing anymore. But what they did, because I can remember the conversation of the AMA kind of turning people off. They're like, I don't want to, I think we've talked about this in these chats before.
Mhm.
Airplane modelry, RC airplane modelry, is kind of viewed sometimes as like, Steven's going to take exception to this. Yeah, nose up golf, horse racing, stuff like that. It's
Snobby.
kind of a rich person's snobby, hoity-toity thing, and it shouldn't be that way at all.
None whatsoever.
At all.
That's what we was talking about.
There's
There's
a
actually
lot of
something we was talking about kind of touches that.
Yeah.
Well, what they did to get around
You know what I'm talking about,
having
Bobby.
to tell people, look, you got to join this association, you got to take a test, and it's like, really, these are toy airplanes. To get around that, they just had a waiver printed up that's like, hey, if you step across this ditch right here and park your car, you understand we're flying model airplanes. They're going fast. They're heavy. They can cause damage to you and your personal property, and you can't hold us liable, nor the pilot for that. Bad things happen, and you knew it when you pulled into this field. And they said that's what got them out of having to tell people you got to have AMA insurance. Now, I am not, you two, everybody listening, anybody listens to this in the future, I am not promoting, frivolity or I completely lost the word I'm trying to say. Irresponsibility.
Yeah.
I'm not promoting that. I am saying, though, I have seen before what Marty speaks of, where people are like, oh, I'd really love to do this. Oh, you mean I got to buy special insurance?
Mhm.
Like, I got to do this. I got to do that. Never mind. I'll just watch you guys fly.
See,
And
one of the
a good hobby.
Yeah, one of the things we talked about when we was there, I kind of showed y'all the parking lot, and if you go back and you watch, our parking lot is lit up at night. I mean,
it is.
You could throw frisbees out there, not even glow in the dark frisbee.
Definitely.
At, midnight. But one of the things is if we have a tiny trainer race there because of the church and the windows and everything, we will probably have to have some kind of a rider like that. That the club will have to have, where if somebody runs a 3-inch quad through this, the old stained glass windows, getting replacement
Still
for
a
that.
stained glass window.
Right. And stuff like that. So there is things in that. And I am a founding member of Edgewater and Flight Test. So I am looking and talking to them about getting the property across the street as a FRIA, which that's going to free up a lot of the stuff there. And it's Scott, if you could get some information on if like State Farm or whatever has some kind of a rider like that that they would do for a multi GP club. Now I know if you go to IO, well, I've been told, I've not been to IO. If you go to IO, I think they want you to have because I think
AMA.
Well, it's at Muncie, right? I mean, it's at AMA headquarters.
It's out there in public. Right.
They're going to make sure they're getting it.
Yeah, it's in their backyard. I mean, it's just to be. I think if Flight Test ended up coming up with their own insurance policy, if you're going to go to Edgewater Park and fly there, that's just respectable. But what I want to keep is Tinywhoops. Keep them 1S. That way, it keeps it safe. Yeah. You don't have to have the AMA. And it probably would be good for us to have that disclaimer saying if you step into the church during a race, you could get hit in the eye with a Tinywhoop.
You're liable
You
for
know.
your own. Yeah.
You know, we need to put this right here up on the doors.
Yeah.
If you can see
Yeah.
it.
Low flying aircraft.
Yeah, warning low flying aircraft. So, but
As a matter of fact,
you've been warned.
I think I have read Edgewater. That's how they do it. You know, Edgewater is an open flight park.
right.
Like anybody can just pull off the street and fly. From what I understand, reading this stuff.
Edgewater.
I think Stephen just said good night.
Oh, he did. Okay.
But I think Edgewater. That's how they do it. You sign a liability waiver that they keep on file.
He said, "Hold on a minute."
They don't charge a fee to fly. It's an open flight zone. They have designated fly spaces. Like if you want to do FPV, you go to this part of the park.
Yeah.
But you know, it's a golf course. If you didn't, it would be a free for all.
Right.
But I think I have read that that's how Edgewater does it. No, they don't. I don't think they have to require that everybody maybe have something to do with being a FRIA now with the new stuff. But they don't. I don't think they require AMA type insurance.
Which you saw where Phil flew back there to that pavilion back on the back part of the property over the fence.
Yeah.
Was you watching?
Yeah.
And
see,
back there, that back part on the lower end that kind of drops off the hill on the lower end down in there, we have a rifle and pistol range. That's covered on our insurance.
You got an awesome church, Marty. Did you know that? You got an awesome church.
Well, thank you. I tell people all the time, I'm not that kind of pastor. I'm not about religion. Which you've heard me talk about.
It's
that
about the relationship
before, but
yeah,
I'm all about the relationship with people and respecting people, even if they agree differently with me.
That's right.
And I like to shoot, and a lot of people in our church like to shoot, and we had the acreage, so we built a gun range. And we'll get a FRIA out there, and if we can do it, and our insurance at church will let us, out there on that end, when you cross that gate, we'll probably have a big sign up right there saying, this is a race, this is a racetrack.
This is a race course.
Stop here.
Yeah.
If you
pay
got
attention
children,
to your surroundings.
Right.
Yeah.
Be aware of your surroundings at all times.
And,
especially if you've got small children.
It's back there away from, you would really have to have a quad go way wild on you. So,
Steven's back.
Hey.
Yeah,
yes.
Double A says his AMA that lapses all the time. Mine's coming up for renewal. And in March, the chapters is coming up. Soki was paying. Get this. We have a flying field that's associated with Soki in Bowling Green, Kentucky, at a city park, but we have to pay the AMA insurance on that city park. We're not doing that again this year.
A whole park?
No, it's an area, a flying area designated inside a city park, and that's $80-something a year. And
there we go.
Phil and I and some of the others that are leaders in Soki was like, the money's just not coming in. People aren't racing anymore, so we're not going to continue to pay that for the city of Bowling Green. Nothing against the city of Bowling Green. Thank you for letting that happen and everything, but we're not flying there and all of that. And I intend, which it's a process. It's probably going to take 3 months to maybe as long as 6 months to get approved for as a FRIA, which with us being a church, we're already a CBO. So we're already a 501c3 CBO. So that's not something a hurdle we have to jump through. So we can have that field back there. So
I will throw this out there again, and I understand it's not in Kentucky. But the city I happen to work for is very excited for events to be held in our park.
They are very anxious to see people come down and they like to have things that people have never seen before.
Yeah, we'll go down there and throw a race up for them one weekend down there.
Yeah, that's very inspiring.
You're talking about Ashland City?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, it's not too far.
Showed them some videos of races and Tinywhoop races specifically, and some multi-GP stuff, and they're very excited. Anything that gets people coming into the city, they love it.
Yeah, if you was to have taken a helicopter off from the field across from the church
Mhm.
and flew to Ashland City, you would have went over my house.
Oh, okay.
So as you're going back into Tennessee,
Yeah.
Now,
angling back west.
the
Gotcha.
park we're talking about is right on the bank of the river. So
Yeah.
if you
Okay.
crash in the water, your stuff's gone.
Bye.
It's your fault.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
Your quad's in a van down by the river. So
yeah. It's not even a van. It's
Stuff
just
over
down at the river.
But yeah, they're very excited for stuff like that.
Thank you.
yeah.
We actually had a meeting on it my last shift, so not
Hey.
on racing, but on
Yeah.
getting events in the town.
You need to talk the chief into letting you have a Tinywhoop race inside the fire hall.
That's just too
I've
small.
got one chief that would go for it. I have one that would not.
Yeah.
There's always that one, isn't there?
Now, don't go get fired. So,
No.
so
There's always that one.
But we
hey,
do,
well, you know,
for tiny whoops at the park, we do have a large 40 by 80 covered
Pavilion?
It doesn't have walls. It is
Mhm.
covered. There's electricity. There's
Okay.
light.
hey,
So
yeah.
But I
We
mean,
could-
we'd have shade. You would kind of be flying indoors and outdoors at the same time.
Right,
Uh,
right.
If we could get them to cordon off the walking track on the other side,
would be
then we'd have a course on the ground we could follow.
Yeah. Well, if you had to, you know, if
You'd
the
have to
wind
fight-
was particularly blowing one way, you could put some tarps up or something, probably.
Yeah.
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 So yeah.
But that's why you always have Godstones down when you're outside. Godstones help you on the track.
for
I
sure.
need them inside. I need like a dotted line
Right.
to follow.
Right.
Did,
yeah,
I
I
get
agree.
lost.
didn't they? Now I've got those soccer
Some
puck
little
things.
reflectors. Some little
Yeah.
Didn't
road
they just
reflectors.
blow up the Godstones?
What?
They did.
Didn't they just blow up the Godstones in
Yeah,
Georgia?
they did because we're over the 500 million mark.
What you talking about, was?
I didn't say it. What you say? Don't you say that? He said, "You don't say that."
Oh. Yeah.
Casey is up past his bedtime.
LED.
I think Casey,
You big dummy. You big dummy. You big dummy. You big cold-blooded dummy.
the cold-blooded dummy. I did.
Cold-blooded dummy.
Guys, I don't know if y'all have noticed this or not, but I think we've set a record. This is a 3-hour live chat.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we've went 3 hours before, but
We
only a
went
few
4.
times.
We
Oh,
went
we go
4 and a
4?
half before. We did
Oh.
4 and a half. We did 4 and a
That's-
half
that's a
before. No, I didn't mean
That's a
this
lot.
time. I meant last time we went 4 and a half.
Play is keeping up.
That's it. That's it. Well, I mean, if people.
Oh, I know
people
my
keep
eyes
chatting.
are showing.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm
Yeah,
thinking about 2 minutes. We're gonna wrap it up. We'll make it a 3-hour
3
live
hour on the
stream.
money.
I've
Yeah,
done lost both contacts and everything in this one.
So Casey pulling his eyeballs out and everything. That's the little guy. He's gonna be racing for long, isn't he?
Oh yeah. We'll
Here's
get-
hoping. Oh, he loves it. We get him out and he goes nuts.
he already
Really?
for us. He'll run around and he'll flip us back over.
Oh yeah, the Marshall. Yeah.
Yeah.
My little cousin Brody Ayers loves that too. He's really getting into it. He watches us fly and everything. I
Yeah.
found that out on Christmas. I was like, "You watch us? Oh my gosh, thank you."
Part of the reason we can't fly indoors because he'll run and chase the quads, and you'll turn the corner and he's right there waiting on you.
Smack it down like he's
Yeah.
like a cat.
Hey, did Toyota? guy
Brody's
just get
already
here?
flying.
What's that?
Did
Toyota
Toyota guy just jumped in and said, "Hey y'all, did he just get here?"
I
Have we
think he
missed-
did.
I remember him from like last week or something.
Toyota
Yeah.
guy, 1971 was here. Yeah.
Yeah, or a couple of weeks ago or
Yep.
something.
Yep.
Yeah, we showed
Hey,
some of his
dude.
videos and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Hey
right.
Toyota.
Yeah.
We were
Well,
just
there's some
talking about
good people in
finishing,
tonight.
finishing the stream
Yeah.
at 3 hours, which is now.
Now.
We
Yeah.
just broke the 3-hour mark, right as I said that. So, but it's been a good stream. We didn't get
It
didn't get a
has.
chance to
been amazing.
flash stuff, but all of that. But
I knew that was
noticed,
going to happen.
but I noticed in the
Good thing.
chat that there
Good
wasn't
thing.
a lot of people saying flash. So,
Flash. We didn't get the poll. The poll never went through. Y'all failed at the poll. No, I think actually what we were giving them is what they wanted. Exactly what they wanted.
So Marty, here you go. Something is happening right for you. You're doing something right with these streams. You and KC,
Thank you.
Double A, who was consistent like every week. It says was waiting for the stream all week. Glad it went 3+.
Man, that's awesome.
Like that's
thanks,
epic.
Double A. It means a lot.
And there's
That
an
means
8-bit
a
shows
lot.
up all the time. It's just neat. Everybody that you see. I mean, I don't know why, it's not my channel, it's Marty's channel. But
it means the world.
Cool.
It's ours. It's ours. Our channel. That's right. And it means the world.
There's room in the Phatpastor family for everybody.
That's right. And definitely room in mine, because it is definitely not getting any bigger around here. If anything, we're getting smaller.
When did your channel start, Casey?
My channel started about now 2 months. It's been right at 2 months.
And you at already around 30, 40 subs?
Yes, already. It is
amazing.
amazing.
Not bad.
It's quite amazing, actually.
Back in, what was it, October? I was at 200.
Yeah, right.
So,
when we first started together, you were at 200, and I went.
Y'all need to quit bragging, because I'm sitting here with like 16 subscribers and 3 videos.
Well, y'all hear that out there. Well, y'all, any listeners out there, jump on over there and make him feel special. Give him a few more subs.
I do more, and I don't know why I do, but I do more. I make videos of like I was buying that module today, and I do more videos and stuff like that, because I feel like sometimes that's the type of video I need. And there's people that are like, oh, this is what I'm going to make, and then they kind of they take a sharp left, or they'll fast forward. They'll go, I'm gonna fast forward through this part because it's the boring bit.
Yes.
No, that was the bit I need to see. So my videos tend to get long and be, I don't want to say technical but like I don't make a lot of videos of me flying. I'm leaving that up to Stephen. If you ever see a flying video on Pop Shop channel, Stephen is the pilot. Otherwise, you just see like a dude crashing and a fat guy walking across the yard.
Right. All right. Well, I'm long-winded anyway, and right now, if there's people watching from my church, they're all saying "Amen," and I tend to lean toward long-form content a little bit more. You guys see my reviews. It's like he's reviewing a quad, and it's a 30-minute long video.
Shoot, you wait to see mine. Mine will be about an hour.
Talk about what's good or bad about something.
I'm going to go through
I like
every
to try
detail.
to answer the questions that I think people want, and then build a family, a group of people, of a community. That's a good way. A community
Explorers,
together,
pioneers, artists.
That we come together and fly, and we got Double A from Indiana said it would be fantastic to meet us in real life. And we got 8-bit talking about coming from the desert.
That'll be awesome.
He's been a channel since 2008, and so it's this is about community and all. Yeah. And you talked, Scott, about the impact at the church, and I was sharing with the church. Casey got to stay over through Sunday, and he was able to be in church with us the following Sunday, and I took him home Monday. And I was just telling the church of how good it was for me to be able to sit down, and that Scotty sit down beside me and was dissing me on some of my choices for music, and I just thought it was great. And he's like, well, I like the one song that you played. And it's about community, and
my wife
continue to see it grow.
Definitely.
His grandmother, my wife, thought that was the greatest thing in the world. She logged into that, and she's like, this is just neat. She's like, it's like I can watch y'all and hear y'all, but I didn't have to go to something.
Yeah.
She just thought it was the greatest thing.
Like Phil's working, or he was. I don't know. He might be off work by now, but Phil's working. I know the last stream, Stephen was actually working, had his earbuds in, and I know there's some people that listen at work. I know that McFly's, he's out on the road, and a lot of times, Hutch isn't out yet, but it used to be that Hutch was he drove for UP. He drives for UPS. Y'all met him. He used to be, he used to be on the shift where he'd get up about 9 or 10 o'clock at night and go out. And you know, he'll listen to he'll put the streams on after they're, you know, after we're done with him, and he'll just listen as he's driving down the road, learning. So so we still intend to, for the sake of the channel, and Casey and I one good thing about StreamYard that we use is we can film a live stream that's not live.
Right.
So one of the things that we're thinking about doing is, because I've noticed that there's just not a lot of videos out there for upgrading
specific stuff.
Hdzero
Yep.
to Betaflight 4.3 or 4.4.
4.4, any of the newer stuff. Everything's like at least a year old, if not 8 months old. Then
there's a lot of people that's got general stuff about how to flash this or that.
Yeah.
But what we're wanting to do is
Full.
have an in-depth, and we thought if the chat was slow tonight, which it wasn't, thank God.
Thank goodness. Thank God.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No, don't be sorry.
No. We want to, you know, it's about community. And, you know, if we get to answering the questions, we'll answer the questions and all of that, but we can film that and then just play it, just put it up as a video. So, and if any of you have anything that you would like to do, just message me, and we can film a live stream that is filmed live over StreamYard, and then it'll save it, and then we can just upload it to YouTube later at any time.
Exactly.
So that's one of the plans that we have in the future. And I really do appreciate the input on the race, that, you know, the commentary was good and stuff like that was good. So, I mean, it's a lot of work and effort that goes into it, but you know, I have to learn also, it don't have to be my ugly mug. We can put this headset on any of you guys and let you guys talk for a little while I'm over, you know, switching
to
some
do
motors
your
out with
thing.
somebody. Yeah.
No, while you're racing, you're quiet too.
So that's just something that I've not had in Soki yet. We've not really it just kind of dissolved. I don't want to say it split because I don't think there was any bad feelings. It just kind of dissolved. A lot of people that were the head and the lead of it just got out of the hobby and started doing something else.
And that's kind of
understandable with the way things were at the time.
Yeah. Say it again, Stephen.
So that's kind of the thing with these hobbies. You know, sometimes people come and go.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you got to be able to adapt to that. Not to throw everything back to, you know, the wonderful year that was 2020, but, you know, slammed a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
Well, that's life. That's life in general. People come and go, and friends come and go and stuff. But, you know, but I'm excited about where we're headed. Thank y'all again. I'll say this from the live stream. Thank you for everybody that made 1,000 subs possible.
Yes.
I did notice something. I'm not trying to be. I'm not even looking at being monetized. But I noticed about when YouTube did these changes that they've added another criteria. You got to have 1,000 subs. You got to have 4,000 hours of watch time, and now I think it's like 15 million short views.
What? Before you can monetize?
I believe, if I'm not, it says 15 M views of shorts on your channel. I have like 300, 400, and so I don't. I guess it is what it is.
Do it to it.
Requires patience. Yes, it does.
Yes.
And really, everything does.
Good things come to those who wait.
Yeah. Well,
or have patience.
That's one of the things. It can be as laid back as you want it to be, or it can be as fast paced, and you can just go, you know, Mr. Steel kind of crazy with it.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely.
But I think we've reached the limit tonight, guys. I want to thank everybody for coming out.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Oh yeah.
Thank y'all for coming.
Again next Thursday, and we'll set up a Tinywhoop night. Message me on Instagram or whatnot. That's Messenger, Facebook, and I don't think I'm on Instagram, but message me and we'll set up a Tinywhoop Go race
Yeah.
thing. And it might not be as good as what Jesse does it and all, but we'll
Well,
have fun. Or
Yeah.
Velocidrone.
That's their simple
Velocidrone.
the micro stuff.
Yeah.
I don't like it,
Velocidrone.
but they have it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's
All right.
easy races and stuff on there.
All right. Thank you
Good
guys
night,
for coming.
everybody.
Good night, Casey. Take
Love
care,
you
buddy.
all.
All right, y'all.
All right. We'll
Night.
see you guys. Take care, guys. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. If you've liked any of this content, and if you're still sticking around, if you would hit that thumbs up and let us know that you did like it. It helps have a good night, Toyota guy. I think you can accept donations in Streamlabs. Oh, hey, I may look at that. I may look into that. Thank you, AA. I'll look into Streamlabs, see if they'll do that. I'm available to fly on Velocidrone. All right, man. I've got your information, 8-bit, and yeah, love you guys too. And remember, keep flying and rise up and meet me in the air.